Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bronco Arena as we get set for high school boys hockey as the International Falls Broncos take on the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. Tim Ringhoffer joining you here this evening. Happy to have you along. Also on the range on WMFG 106.3. Happy to be able to be feeding the range, the Hibbing fans, this game this evening. And of course, right here in International Falls on Lakes Country 104.1. rjbroadcasting.com. And if you're listening to us from Hibbing and you'd like to be able to watch us, you can go to yourliveevent.com and we'll have all the video coverage right there for you with the same play-by-play with my voice right there on yourliveevent.com, and then search for the game. The Broncos come into this game coming off of a loss to Red Lake Falls on Saturday. Kind of a frustrating loss for the Falls after talking with head coach Chad Baldwin. The Falls led the game by a score of 3-1, end up losing 7-3, so 6 straight goals for Red Lake Falls in that game as those two teams split during the season. And if you look at it that way, it's kind of one of those games where you kind of say, geez, what happened? And coach said, you know, it was just a bunch of bounces is really the kind of the way that it went. He said we absolutely dominated that game, and you'll hear it in the pregame interview. It's just one of those things that, you know, hey, it's crazy. It's just, well, it's the game of hockey sometimes. Sometimes the bounces just don't go your way. Of course, the Falls picked up a nice win last Thursday in Silver Bay as they got their first Iron Range Conference victory of the season as they defeated North Shore by a final score of 4-2. Head coach talked about that game as well during the pregame interview. He was pretty pleased, but he said I said the two games were kind of similar, and he said, yeah, in a way they actually were. Hibbing Chisholm on the flip side, they come in 13-6-1, and when you talk to head coach Eric Greenworth, he loves this team. He couldn't say enough good things about this group of kids, how much they like being around each other, how much fun they have at the rink. He says, and the reason for that is we've got a bunch of seniors that have bought into what we are trying to do. We've worked hard in the off season. They work hard. He said we went to a game down and watched the Gophers play Michigan a couple of weeks ago. He said we really haven't had an overnight trip this season with our schedule. He said it was just kind of a weird thing. So he said he was very pleased with this team. And he says, obviously there's, 6 losses on that record. He'd like to have a couple of those back, but hey, any coach that has 6 losses thinks that we'd like to have some of those losses back and redo that. But when you look at the scores for Hibbing, I told coach, I said, there's lots of goals out there for this team. And not many coaches that I've talked to this season have said to me, well, we're scoring enough goals. And of course you really can never score enough, but I've heard a lot of coaches say, we just can't seem to put the puck in the back of the net. And Coach Eric Greenwoods did not say that to me during the pregame interviews. So that's what we've got going on between the two teams. You're listening to the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show. Have you checked out their large array of merchandise? Not only do they have everything to make your school or craft project the best it can be, but they've got so much more. They've got puzzles, baking supplies, the largest supply of yarn in the International Falls area. So stop in at 327 3rd Street in downtown International Falls and see what they have for you. Don't forget, you can give me a text at 218-324-3053. I'm a little nervous. I put it out on the Facebook and Twitter about an hour ago, and I've gotten one response. I'm wondering if everybody's if Facebook and Twitter are offline tonight or something, because I've been looking for more responses. Well, you can text me now. Again, 218-324. Let me know. 324-3053. Let me know who you think's going to score the first goal for the Broncos. And while you have your phone out, why don't you give Domino's a call at 218-283-3444, or go to Domino's.com and order your favorite pizza, chicken wings, pasta, or sandwich online. If you are correct, you're going to win a $5 gift certificate to Domino's. We're going to take a 1-minute break here on the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show. When we come back, we're going to listen to the interview I did with head coach of the International Falls Broncos, Chad Baldwin. You're listening to the Blue Jackets and the Broncos on WMFG 106.3 in Hibbing and on Lakes Country 104.4 in International Falls.
Hi, this is Chris Lassila, Vice President and Branch Manager of Border Bank. If you own a business, you know how important having the right banker is to the success of your business. At Border Bank, we are proud to have earned the reputation of caring for our customers' business as if they were our own. We're more than business bankers, we're partners, and our customer success is our ultimate goal. If your business could use that kind of attention, reach out to me to explore what business banking at Border Bank can do for you. We're Border Bank, partnering with Northern Minnesota businesses since 1935. Member FDIC.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. From low-key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of artist experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke so you never miss out on the amazing offers we're dropping this summer. Okay, not gonna lie, that was pretty good.
Downtown International Falls. Welcome back to the pregame show for the coaches interview, brought to you by Up North Builders, being joined by head coach Chad Baldwin. Coach, a couple games last week I want to talk about. First of all, the win in Silver Bay against North Shore. Pleased?
Yeah, that was a good game. Whenever you take a long trip to North Shore, you play a pretty cold barn, and for whatever reason, we always have, good games down there and good tough games, and came away with a 4-2 victory, and the ride home was nice.
It seemed like Saturday's game, as I was following along, getting updates from a mom, that Saturday's game was going pretty much exactly the same way, and then things all of a sudden changed. What changed?
You know what? Not much changed. The majority of the game, we were in their end. I'd say over 95% of the game. It's a game that really stings, actually. Certain points of the game, we were out shooting them 3-1. We couldn't bury our chances. We had them down 3-1, and continued to put on the pressure, continued to get shots, and we couldn't bury the puck. So they caught a couple breaks, and when they did get in our end, the puck just happened to go in our net, and it was one of those unfortunate nights that, like I said, that one hurts.
Yeah, 7-3. Everybody looks at that and goes, "Well, they got blown out of the water." But a couple empty netters, and that's the way things go. Sometimes that is the game of hockey. So get a couple, at least one kid back in the lineup tonight. At least as far as I know, Colin Koshik back in. So that's got to make you pleased. Yeah,
it's always great to get your captain and leading scorer back, and Colin, he loves the game, and it was hard for him to be out, and been checking on him the last couple of days. He had a concussion, and he's been skating, and he's feeling good. So we're really excited to get him back in the lineup.
Talk about the health of the rest of the team and where we're at with everybody.
We're kind of dinged up right now. Brody Carlson's out with a fractured foot. Ty Schoberg's been out for, about a week and a half now, and he's still out with a concussion. What else do we got? Skifstead hurt his knee in Red Lake Falls, so he's out tonight as well. We're a little dinged up, but we're glad to at least get Colin back with Skiff going out, and we'll still have our 3 lines and 5D.
Talk about the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets, what you know about them, what type of game we should expect here tonight.
They're a fast-paced team. They got some high-end scorers that we're going to have to contain. We're going to have to keep them to the outside, try and keep their shots from the perimeter, but we're going to have to match their pace and their intensity, and we're just going to have to go toe-to-toe with them. And I think this week they snuck into the top 10 in some of the rankings I looked at, so it's going to be a great test for us.
Coach, appreciate the time. Let's go get them.
Thank you.
Head coach of the International Falls Broncos, Chad Baldwin, joining me there for the Up North Builders coaches interview. Expert construction in International Falls. They've got planning, they've got management, and they've got experience, and it makes a difference. Up North Builders, and Coach, just one of those kind of more of a matter-of-fact type of conversation there. I think he had the game face on. He was thinking about this game. He wants to make a statement here. He mentioned that Hibbing moving into the top 10 and saying, hey, kind of like this is a game. If we go play, we can go get them and give ourselves a chance. And we mentioned that Greenway coming up on the schedule next week after the Falls lost to Greenway here a couple weeks ago. They get them up here next Thursday. We'll have that game for you. And it's one of those games that if the Broncos want to avoid that play-in game, tonight's game would be a big one, and so would the game against Greenway next Thursday. Give them that opportunity, give them that arguing power to get out of that play-in game. We're going to take another break here on the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show. When we come back, we're going to hear the interview I did with head coach of the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets, Eric Rewerts. We will take 60 seconds. You are listening to the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show for Bronco Hockey on Lakes Country 104.1, for Hibbing Hockey on WMFG 106.3, and you can watch us on yourliveevent.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Coach Eric Rewood from the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. Coach, 13-6-1. Got to be happy?
Yeah, we're having a really nice season this year. You know, we got a lot of seniors, and we wanted to take that next step, and so far, so good.
Yeah, what do you talk about the seniors, but what are they doing to make everything go for this team?
Well, you know, we've been building to this point, and we talk about doing all the little things, both on and off the ice, and this group has done a fabulous job of doing that, you know. And then on the ice, it's getting hard on the forecheck, playing in all three zones, tough in the D zone, and the guys have really responded this year and done a really good job for us.
It's that progression to try to get closer and closer to Hermantown and do that. Do you feel like the program is doing those things to get closer and closer to Hermantown?
Yeah, you know, obviously we had 27 kids come out for the program this year, so we're a much smaller program, if you will. But yeah, I feel like we're doing more in the off season to get prepared for, you know, for the season. And during the season, the kids are working hard and they're listening, and it's just a really good group of kids. A lot of character in that locker room.
Obviously, this is a game that used to be a big conference game, and now it's a one-time-a-game season. What do you expect from tonight's game?
I expect I Falls to come out hard. I mean, they're a hard-working team. They're well-coached. You know, we have battles up here, and we certainly aren't going to take them lightly or anyone that we have on our schedule.
Talk about if there's one thing that you'd like to see the team do against the Broncos tonight to get a victory for the Blue Jackets.
Well, one thing we've been talking about a lot is just getting pucks to the net. So what I really want to see tonight is just getting traffic in front, throwing a lot of pucks towards the net. You know, don't look for the pretty play. You know, I want to see the gritty goals, because that's what it takes in playoff time.
As I look at the scores, you know, for throughout the season, it doesn't look like you're having problems getting goals. I mean, there's some big numbers out there, so you just maybe want to see a different type of goal scoring.
Well, absolutely. You know, as you get deeper into the playoffs, it gets tougher to score goals. So you need to get pucks to the net. You need to take the goalie's eyes with traffic, and you got to be willing to go into those dirty areas to get those goals, because the teams that do that, teams that are going to be able to compete deep into the playoffs.
Coach, appreciate the time. Best of luck this season.
Thank you very much.
Head coach Eric Rewerts of the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets joining me there. That interview brought to you by Up North Builders, expert construction in International Falls, planning, management, and experience, and it makes a difference. Up North Builders. I was looking through the history book before the game. This is going to be the 155th meeting all-time between the two teams. The Blue Jackets have won the last 4 contests between these two teams, and they have taken the lead in the all-time series 76-74-4. So again, 155th meeting between the two clubs, and the record for International Falls is 74-76-4. So the Broncos would like to get that back at least to the 500 mark here in the near future. And of course, tonight would be step one. A couple of score updates for our Bronco fans. The girls JV hockey team went to Thief River Falls today and got a 7-0 win. So that's good news for them, as their varsity team has been winless during the season. So congratulations to the ladies on picking up a JV win. They haven't got to play a whole lot of JV games this year because just of the sheer lack of numbers. And the Bronco boys basketball team, they're over at the Falls High Gym. They're going to be taking on MIB in the varsity game starting at 7:15. The JV team lost by a final score of 75-31. We're going to take another break here on the Hometown Hobby and Craft Speak pregame show, reminding everybody you can give me a text at 218-324-3053 and let me know who you think is going to score the first goal for the Broncos tonight. Give yourself a chance to win a $5 gift certificate to Domino's. When we come back after our minute break here, we'll be going over the keys of the game, brought to you by Rainy Lake Houseboats. You're listening to the Broncos and the Blue Jackets on Lakes Country 104.1 in International Falls, WMFG 106.3 in Hibbing, and you can watch us on your live event.
Hi, this is Brady. Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
Here, we like to think time moves a little more slowly. We soak in clean, fresh, northern Minnesota air. We make time to pause, reflect, and find joy in the great outdoors. We share love and Minnesota kindness and spend time making giant memories with the ones we love. Memories sure to last a lifetime. Escape up north this season. Find your true north at Giants Ridge.
Back here at Bronco Arena, we are in the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show. It's time for our Keys of the Game, brought to you by Rainy Lake Houseboats. They're located on magnificent Rainy Lake. It's where the highways end and the ancient waterways begin. Rainy Lake Houseboats offer amazing Minnesota houseboat vacations on Rainy Lake in Voyageurs National Park, and you can call them at 1-800-554-9188, or you can go online and look up Rainy Lake Houseboats, and they'll have all that same information for you right there. Well, I'm getting kind of conflicting stories from the coaches. I hear from Coach Chad Baldwin from the Falls saying Hibbing's high pace, gets out there and you got to get up and get ready to go. Coach Eric Reward says we need to get dirtier. We need to get in front of the goal. We need to get those dirty, hard-working goals. What team are the Broncos going to see here tonight? I think the biggest thing is adjust to what Hibbing is trying to do. Are they going to try to go up and down the ice like Coach Baldwin thinks, or is it going to be more of that lunch pail type game where they got to get the guys out from in front of the net? So the Broncos, I think their big key to this matchup is adjusting to what Hibbing is going to be doing and try to take that away from the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. That is your Keys of the Game, brought to you by Rainy Lake Houseboats. Again, they're located on magnificent Rainy Lake. Well, the Zamboni has completed its duties. The cheerleaders from both schools are on the ice. Traveling cheerleaders. I think it's the first time this season we've had cheerleaders here at Bronco Arena, at least while we've been here. So that is a rarity for us. And I'm coming to you from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College press box. Start your voyage at Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-285-7722 for more information about enrolling yourself at Rainy River Community College. At the first intermission, we're going to have our Where Are They Now segment, brought to you by Green Larson Mortuary. We're also going to have our trivia question for Bronco hockey. Again, it is the 75th season, so we'll have our trivia question, and we'll give that to you then during the first intermission. You'll have a chance to win yourself a 6-pack of Coca-Cola products if you can get the answer right. And I'm thinking tonight's question maybe is in the easy area, but you know, if you, I'll say it this way, if you've worked your way through the lobby area upstairs and you've read your Bronco history that kind of stands out on the wall, tonight's question should be fairly simple. But again, I do a lot of the history stuff, so in my mind, a lot of those questions seem to be simple here as well. We are going to take a final break here before the national anthem, so we'll take 60 seconds and we'll come back with the starting lineups. You're listening to Bronco and Blue Jacket Hockey on WMFG 106.3 and online, and International Falls at 104.1 Lakes Country. We'll take 60 seconds.
Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom, Consumer Loan Officer at Border Bank. Finding the right vehicle can be challenging these days, but finding a competitive loan rate is a breeze at Border Bank. If you are in the market to purchase a new or used vehicle, take the stress out of the car buying process. Stop in and visit with me to explore what amount and interest rate you would be qualified for. We're Border Bank, your consumer loan headquarters for new wheels. Member FDIC.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Back here at Bronco Arena, it's time for your starting lineups, brought to you by the Sports Shop for honest service and fair prices on bikes, hockey equipment, snowshoes, and much, much more. come to the Sports Shop in downtown International Falls. Let's start with the visiting Blue Jackets in their navy and white jerseys, as they will be going left to right in this first period. Starting in goal will be number 31. That is Braden Boyer. Boyer has played in 17 games this year. He's 10-6-1 on the season with a 2.2 goals against and a 92% save percentage. On the defense, you will have number 4, Tristan Babbage. He is a senior, and also senior number 24, Nathan Rude. And you look at Babbage's, he's got 5 goals, 18 assists for 23 points. Rude, 2 goals, 11 assists for 13 points. Starting on your forward line, you'll have number 5, Bo Freider. He is a senior, 15 goals, 22 assists for 37 points through the 20 games thus far. And then also starting on the forward line, Broden Fawcett, 14 goals, 14 assists. And then Keegan Fink will be your center. He is a senior, 9 goals, 23 assists for 32 points. Looking over at the International Falls Broncos, starting in goal will be sophomore number 30, Keaton Maish. Maish has got an 83.7% save percentage in the goal, making, I think, his 4th consecutive start, if my memory serves me correctly. Starting on the defense, senior number 2, Julius Maish, 2 goals, 10 assists for 12 points. The other defenseman will be senior Matt Worley, 7 goals, 7 assists for 14 points. Your forward line, Max Dremel, will be on one wing, 3 goals, 17 assists for 20 points for the senior. On the other side, you're going to have Cooper Crandall, 8 goals, 10 assists for 18 points for the sophomore. And your starting center, the captain, number 18, Colin Koshik, 6 goals, 13 assists for 19 points, and he's missed the last, I believe, 4 games total as he's been dealing with that concussion. Looking down at the Broncos honorary captains tonight, you got Reese Averill, Kane Penzick, and Weston Yerksa, and your flag bearers are Charlie Giziak and Harper Claybundy. So there you go, as we've got everything going on here tonight. We're going to take a 2-minute break for the national anthem. We'll come back with hockey between the Hibbing Blue Jackets and the International Falls Broncos. You are listening to it on WMFG 106.3 in Hibbing, on Lakes Country 104.1 in International Falls, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com. We're taking 2 minutes. Good luck to the Bronco hockey teams this season from Rainy Lake Oil. For all your fuel, propane, lube, and chemical needs, call Rainy Lake Oil at 1-888-LAKE-OIL. Larry and his staff will take care of it all.
Go Broncos! Lukacek Architecture is a proud sponsor of Bronco hockey. Growing up as part of the iconic Dirty Dozen band, Bronco hockey brings back great memories. For quality commercial and residential architecture right here in northern Minnesota, contact Lukacek Architecture.
City Drug, your community Health Mart pharmacy, invites you to eat well and live better with Frontier Soups. Gluten-free, non-GMO, no added salt or preservatives. The homemade minute mixes offer a variety of easy-to-prepare soups. South of the Border Tortilla and Chicago Bistro French Onion are best-selling favorites. Try Minnesota Heartland 11 Bean Soup or the always popular Rocky Mountain Trail Loaded Potato Soup. Frontier Soups, clearly made from ingredients you know. City Drug Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
The National Propane Gas Association recommends that all gas systems should be routinely inspected every 5 years. Lakes Gas in the Falls can check your gas systems on a regular basis. A gas system safety inspection only takes 1 or 2 hours and includes a leak test as well as a visual inspection of all your gas appliances. Lakes Gas has a fall special on gas safety system inspections right now, so call Lakes Gas for an appointment today. Lakes Gas, your local propane company since 1959.
Jim and Julie Lenham are selling the Outdoorsman's headquarters and the Jug after 40 years, and they want to say thank you for the many years of patronage. The Lenhams will be having their customer appreciation sale from Friday, February 3rd to Friday, February 10th. At the Outdoorsman's, all guns are 5 to 15% off, 10% off all electronics, augers, fish houses, and trapping items. Everything else, 20% off store-wide. At the Jug, take 10% off store-wide, including sale-priced items. Come in and wish Jim and Julie well on Friday afternoon, February 3rd from noon to 3 p.m. with coffee, cider, and baked goods. The Outdoorsman's headquarters and the Jug at 1130 3rd Avenue in International Falls. Back here at Bronco Arena, school song sportsmanship being played here as the teams gather around, the Bronco net, and the second game in a row for a team gathering in the corner rather than around the net. Interesting. I don't know why. Maybe so they aren't standing on top of the net. They're not worried about kids stepping on it or something. Maybe it's just something the kids prefer to do it in the corner. And hey, whatever gets the team going, that's what it's all about. Again, the Broncos will be going right to left in this first period. They're in their home whites with purple and gold trim as everybody departs from the ice. We're almost ready. I want to keep saying Iron Range Conference hockey, but it's not Iron Range Conference hockey anymore. I know Coach Rewart said, geez, we'd really like to have those old rivalries back, and we had an interesting conversation off the record about A and AA hockey and the Iron Range Conference and the old days and everything else. It was a fun conversation. I enjoyed our talk as I do with all the coaches. We are ready for high school boys hockey here. The Broncos versus the Blue Jackets. Meeting number 155 between these two clubs, and the records are really, really close again. The Falls 74, 76, and 4. Whistle goes down, puck is on the ice, and we are underway. Hibbing wins it back. Picking up the puck there is going to be Rude. Rude up against the near wall, poked along by Fink into the Broncos zone. Puck looked like it hit maybe a little water there. It stopped absolutely dead. It looked like it had some momentum in the corner. Worley rings it around the boards, try to escape the zone. This will be an icing call here coming up on the Broncos just 19 seconds in to the first period. Brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175. Option 5 for a ride in the Borderland area. Faceoff's going to come to the right of goaltender Keaton Maish. We're, again, 19 seconds in. Koshik against Fink at the faceoff dot. Hibbing wins it back. Rude has it at the point. Flicks one towards the net on the ice. That's intercepted by Koshik. Throws it off the wall. Crandall gets it out of the zone. Rude picks it up near center ice, along the far wall, fires it back in. Dump and chase. Into the corner it goes. Comes onto the stick there of Fawcett. Fawcett puts it in behind the Bronco net. Tried to poke it out front there was Fink. Knocked into the corner by Worley. He tried to flick it along the boards. He missed. Teams battle for it in the corner. It comes to the point. Picked up there by Babbage. Babbage couldn't quite handle it, so he retreats into the neutral zone area, fires it in as both teams make changes. Couple of forwards for the Falls, all 5 players for Hibbing as we're nearly a minute in. Out to center ice with it. Allen pokes it into the Hibbing zone. Chase after, picking it up there for Hibbing is Edmund, or Hibbing Chisholm is Edmonds. Poked along the far wall, racing up the far wall now. Here comes Taylor. Taylor into the zone on the backhand. Flicks one towards the net, comes wide into the near corner. Pinching in from the point. This is Edmonds. Fires it towards the net. That goes wide of the mark. Far wall. This is Dixon. Flicks it into the corner. In behind the Bronco net. Zahn has it there. Looking for a spot to escape with it. Comes along. And coming out with it here is going to be Asher Keep. Nearly overskated it. Now out to neutral. All on the far wall into the Hibbing Chisholm zone. Gets forced wide into the corner. Stops. Gets banged up the boards there by McHugh. Puck comes loose. Now Edmonds has it. Edmonds gets cut off there by Shakowski. Goes back in behind his net. Minute 45 into this hockey game. No score on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Puck comes out to neutral. Broncos fire it in. Both teams changing. Hibbing regroups in their own zone. Along the near wall. McHugh tried to go head man pass there. Looking for Gabardi. That was tipped away by the Broncos. Along the end wall. Loose puck picked up there by Kamsala. It's too dark up here tonight. Is it just, it seems darker tonight. Can't see. Broncos get it past the defense and down the ice. They wave the icing off. Back to pick it up. This is Babbage. Flicks it along the far wall. With it there is Gietzen. Gietzen had it knocked away back in behind the Hibbing Chisholm net. Comes right out front. There's a backhander and a glove save. As picking that up was Jake Olson on the backhander. It was going to go up over the top of the crossbar, but the goaltender Boyer puts the glove to it. 2:28 into the first period. No score on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Need a new battery? Score one tomorrow at Napa Auto Parts of International Falls. Face-off between Jake Olson and Gabardi to the left of the goaltender Boyer. Won by the Blue Jackets. Gietzen goes in behind his own net along the near wall. Kamsala out to neutral. Worley has it. Dumps it along the wall. Fires it in. Back to pick it up is Gietzen. Back to Kamsala. He tries to escape the zone. That's knocked away by the Broncos. And now skating it up along the far wall. Babbage comes to the near side. Just onside where the Blue Jackets. Here's a shot by Kamsala. He tried to go far post. That was high and a little bit wide. Comes off the end wall to the point to Gietzen. He knocks it into the corner. Returns to Gietzen. Nice D-to-D pass. Babbage shot. That's deflected away by Reiners. Reiners skates in behind his own net. Just over 3 minutes in. Battle for it in the far corner. Poked along. Keeping it in is Gietzen. His shot towards the net. Hits Worley in the skate. Comes to the near wall where Worley picks it up as Hibbing is changing. Worley gets to the red line. Dumps it in. He heads for the bench as the Broncos are going to complete their change. Here come the Blue Jackets back out the other way. Tipped into the zone. Picked up there by Freider. Freider loses an edge. And he lost an edge with some help, according to the officials. I missed it, and it is going to be a trip coming up here on the Broncos as they will go on the penalty kill This is going to be Colin Koshik. That is going to go to the penalty box for the trip penalty at 3:32 of the first period. This penalty kill for International Falls brought to you by St. Thomas School. Small class sizes and personalized learning are their specialties. Call 218-283-3430 or check them out on Facebook to get more information about enrolling your child at St. Thomas School. Well, the Falls only have 3 players on the ice. I understand being shorthanded, but you don't want to do anything unnecessary here. And so they'll chase Cooper Crandall from the face-off circle. Dremel comes in. It is going to be one back there by Geetson. Excuse me, that is Fink. Hibbing in control. Far wall. Fink has it in the circle. Shoots coming to the backside. That was knocked down by the Bronco defense as they were looking for Freider coming down the near side. Puck is deflected up onto the top of the net, so we'll have a face-off to the right of goaltender Keaton Maish. Shikowski's going to come onto the ice. He's got to shoe somebody, and it is going to be Cooper Crandall that's going to head for the bench. Face-off to the right of Maish. One back by the Blue Jackets. With it, this is Freider. Babbage. Back to Freider on the far side. Goal. Poke that one in right up underneath the crossbar, and on the power play, Hibbing it takes a 1-0 lead. This goal is going to be at 3:56. Get that up here sooner, hopefully, rather than later, as our PA man, Mark Glowak, working things out there. So as we come back to play 5-on-5 hockey after that power play goal by Hibbing, something the Broncos didn't want to see. Hibbing Chisholm get on the board early. Here comes Edmonds in. He fires one towards the net that hits the equipment of Joslin. Taylor is going to get the tip-in goal there. So here come the Broncos, right up front, goal! Royce Allen is going to tie this hockey game. As I'm writing everything down there, 26 seconds later, this goal is going to come at 4:22. Score the first goal of the game. So going back, it is Taylor, number 19, that's going to pick up the power play goal for Hibbing Chisholm. The assists go to Bo Freider and Tristan Babbage. And we got 13 from 16 and 2. I think that's incorrect, but we'll go that way. I believe Allen poked it in, and the assists go to Shikowski and to Keep. So we're tied at 1. Puck is in the Bronco zone as we come back to play here. Chipped into the corner. Joslin up off the glass. Max Dremel at the Hibbing Chisholm blue line. He couldn't stop that, and Nathan Rude has it. He flips it up along the wall out to neutral. Joslin knocks that down, has it poked away by Hibbing. Into the zone with it. This is Freider. Tried to leave one off there. That was poked away by Mace. Freider picks it back up, shoots. That hits traffic, goes into the near corner. Tripped up there. We're going to have a penalty on Hibbing Chisholm as a trip will be called here, as the Broncos are going to go on their first power play of the game, and heading to the penalty box is going to be Fawcett. And he's disappointed in himself. Just got that stick in the way. This penalty at 4:58. This power play brought to you by Canner Electric. For all your electrical needs, both commercial and residential, stop at Canner Electric at 500 4th Street in International Falls, or you can call them at 218-283-8319. Face off to the right of Boyer. One back, shot by Dremel, hits traffic, goes to the far wall. Pinching in was Joslin, couldn't keep it in, and the Broncos retreat out to neutral to reset it. Crandall to Joslin, to Koshik, who skates in along the far wall. Leaves it there for Joslin. Joslin picks it up, dumps it in to the near corner. Keep had it, poked away by Hibbing Chisholm, sent down the ice by McHugh. Maish out of his net, leaves it for Crandall. Just into this Canner Electric power play. Crandall to Joslin on the near wall, flips it off the wall. Hibbing Chisholm going to take that away and send it back down the ice. Broncos will hustle back. It'll be Crandall in the far corner. Broncos going right to left in this first period. Crandall leaves it in behind the net. Broncos teammates weren't expecting that. Hibbing Chisholm had it momentarily there with Gabarty, and now the Falls with Crandall. Far wall. Koshik has it. Poked off of his stick, but Keep pokes it along and knocked away there nicely by Babbage. Along the end wall now. As we have 11 minutes remaining in the first period, tied at 1 between the Blue Jackets and the Broncos. Happy to have you along as the puck comes loose. This is Babbage. Skates along the near side, fires it all the way down the ice. 50 seconds remaining in the Bronco power play. Maish in behind his own net. Goes out the far side. Looking for Allen. Allen pokes it along. Tried to get it to Koshik. That can't connect, and Rude has it. Fires it along the wall. Knocked down there by Koshik. Koshik leaves it for Maish. Maish, far side. Worley. Dumps it over this side to Koshik. Skates in. Gets along the near half wall. Into the corner. Looks to drop back for Allen. Missed it. Comes out to Maish. His shot right along the ice. There's a good save by Boyer. It was a lot of traffic in front, and he got the save. 20 remaining in the power play. Maish races back to pick it up. Fires it out to Worley along the far side. Comes back near side for Shikowski, just a hair behind him. Shikowski dumps it along off the bench. Here comes Nate Dremel. Leaves it back for Shikowski, who goes far side. That's intercepted by Hibbing. He was reading that. It was Edmonds. He skates along, short-handed. In comes Kreider. Now even strength, and Worley knocked that one away as he went on his belly to knock that one away. Maish to the near wall. Under 10 remaining in the first period. 1-1 your score on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Here come the Blue Jackets back the other way. Into the zone with it is Fawcett. Just out of the penalty box. In behind the net. Tried to leave one in front. That was knocked away by Maish. Along the end wall. Picked up there by Kreider. Kreider skates into the corner. Out to the point. Picked up there by Rude. Back to Kreider. To Rude along the far point. Comes to the back door looking for Fink. That doesn't connect. Blue Jackets reset it from the point. Kreider looking. Now goes far side. Nobody home. Off the boards. Picked up there by Christian Edmonds. To the point. Rude. To Kreider along the far half wall. Tries to make a move. Poked away by the Broncos. Koshik. Koshik tries to kick it out of the zone, and he does. Rude skates back into his own zone. Now turns north and south. Tried to play it off the wall. He hit Fink in the back of the leg. Here comes Max Dremel. In. He picks it up. Crosses over. Lost possession. Picks it up along the far wall, but dumps it in behind the Blue Jacket net. Rude on the backhand pass. Out towards the point. Poked along by Fawcett. And racing back to pick it up. This is Zahn. Zahn turns. Looks for Dremel. Intercepted by Rude. Rude into the Broncos zone. Top of the circle. Shot kicked away by Maish. Goes to the far wall. Poked along. Picked up there by the Blue Jackets. First time I've had to say Drew Anderson's name, and he loses the puck to Max Dremel, who puts it out to center. Hibbing looks to come right back in. They'll dump it off the wall. No icing, says the referee, as they go in behind the net. Zahn leaves it back here for Max Dremel, who tries to fire it out. That's knocked down by Babbage. Babbage pushes it along. Tried to fire one towards the net. Max Dremel knocks it down, flicks it out to neutral. Going to be picked up there. Joslin fires it in high along the glass. Out of his net, Boyer settles it down for his defenseman. In behind there, coming away with it now. I believe that is number 16. That is Gietzen. Into the zone with it. Hibbing Chisholm. Broken up by Zahn. Shot went off of a stick high, off the stick of Anderson. And we'll have a stoppage in place. 7:55 remaining in the first period. 1-1 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. North Shikowski fell. I was looking, trying to figure out what was going on. That's why the pause. Face off to the right of Maish. One back by Asher Keep. Wrapped around the boards by Joslin to the near wall. Allen got it out? No, did not get it out. No, they will. Allen tried to dump that out there for Keep. Knocked away by Taylor. Here come the Blue Jackets back the other way. Shot well wide of the mark off the stick of Dixon. Comes to the point. Kept in there by Gietzen. He dumps it in the corner. Dixon will pick it up there. Knocked off the puck by Zahn. Zahn tries to poke it along. Allen picks it up. Backhand, but kept in by Gietzen. He knocks it into the far corner. Dixon picks it up there. Wheels back into the near corner. Stops. Tries to pivot off there. Joslin knocks him off the puck. Picked up by Taylor out front. Knocked back in behind the net. Another centering attempt. Missed. Out to the point. There's a tip that goes up over the top of the net. I think off of a Broncos stick as that shot came from the point by Babbage. Puck's in it behind the Bronco net. 7 minutes remaining in the first period. 1-1 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Along the half wall. Poked away. Now picking up the loose puck is Allen. He turns. He gets a big check. Puck comes out to the point. Gietzen hits a high riser towards the net, and that goes up over the top of the crossbar. Flicked out to the point by Lehman. Here's a shot that goes wide of the mark. Hibbing continuing to apply the pressure here. Broncos need to maybe just take the icing call here. Can't do it, though. Here's a sharp angle shot that's deflected away by the Broncos. Comes back to the point. Gietzen, D-to-D pass. Shot from their goal. I don't know if Hibbing got a piece of that in front. The way they are celebrating, it is going to be the defenseman that snuck that one through on the ice. And it is International Falls 1. And again, I believe 9 will get the goal. I'm sure we're going to get 2 assists on the way. We'll see what we get from the PA guy. As we get back underway here, Worley off the face-off win by the Broncos. Chipped in by Crandall. Crandall dumps it into the corner. They'll chase after it. McHugh, who just scored the goal, knocks it up along the wall, kept in by the Broncos at the point. Crandall has it in the corner. Tries to center it, knocked away by Fink. Here comes Hibbing Chisholm out to neutral. Good job by Koshik to knock that one away, and Crandall sends it in. Okay, it's going to be 9 unassisted, they say. Here comes Hibbing Chisholm out to center. Knocked away by Dremel. Picked back up. Here comes Fawcett. Into the Broncos zone, just onside. Dragging that skate there was Edmonds. The loose puck comes to Maish. He covers it up as the teams look to change personnel. 5:55 remaining here in the first period. Hibbing Chisholm has just regained the lead at 2-1. Stay tuned for our intermission report brought to you by the Dent Shop. They're located at 1712 First Avenue West. They are the place to go when you have a fender bender. Face off to the left of Maish. Fink versus Keep. Keep wins it back to Worley. Worley fires it around to the far wall. Pinching in from the point. Able to keep it in with some help there from Rotzi. And the Broncos get it out. No icing as it comes all the way back in behind the Hibbing Chisholm cage. Keep. Good work there to get possession of the puck. Kicks it into the corner. See somebody here looking for a little pole here. This is going to come all the way down onto the goaltender, Maish. It would have been an icing if it would have missed the net, but right on to Maish. 5:29 remaining in the first period. 2-1. Hibbing Chisholm leading it here. Happy to have you along on WMFG 106.3 in Hibbing, on Lakes Country 104.1 in International Falls, and of course on yourliveevent.com if you wish to see some video along with this audio. Face off to the right of Maish. It is going to be Taylor for Hibbing Chisholm. It'll be Koshik for the Falls. It goes to the far wall. Taylor out to the point. Rude. Fighting his options. He's going to put it right on the ice and cleared away. The rebound there by Zahn. Shot from the point. That hit Joslin, and he is in a lot of pain off the stick of Babbage. Joslin looking to get back up, and he does, but he's hobbled. There's a shot by Babbage. Missed the mark. Out to the point to Rude. Rude. His shot deflected off of Crandall, comes out to center. Babbage has it. Turns, flicks it back in. Joslin knocks it down. He'd like to take an icing call here if he could, because he's going to try to get off the ice. They are going to, yes, it's just going to have enough. That icing call brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175, option 5 for a ride in the Borderland area. Well, the score 2-1. Hibbing definitely has the better of the play in the Broncos zone. More time spent there than in the Hibbing zone. That is for sure. Face off to the left of Maish. Taylor versus Koshik. Koshik, who's a very good in the circle, wins it back. Broncos send it to the far wall. Crandall chips it along. Koshik has it there. Pokes it into the Hibbing zone. Rude brings it back to the near side. Coming along with it is Babbage into the Broncos zone. Into the dot. Shot, sharp angle. Maish hangs on to it. Stops the clock. 4:37 remaining in the first period. A couple more games on our airwaves in International Falls coming up this week, as we will have Bronco girls basketball at Greenway on Thursday, and we'll have Bronco girls hockey from Bronco Arena, their final regular season game on Friday night against Northern Lakes. So again, and then next week we'll have another, I believe, 3 games on the air. So keep busy here as the winter passes by. Face-off win for Maish to the far wall. Crandall flicks it out to center. Hibbing Chisholm collects there. This is Gietzen, Gets it to the blue line. Big collision there. And Hibbing regroups. Back in his own zone. This is Edmonds. Edmonds comes cross ice looking for Taylor. Taylor back to the far side. That doesn't connect as they were looking for Dixon. Zahn in front of his own net. Wheels back in behind. Finds Maish. Maish to the far corner. Dumps it up to Crandall. To Koshik at the red line. Into the zone. Try to lay it off there for Dremel. Hibbing Chisholm knocked that away. And they flick it back into the Bronco zone as they are changing. Up to Koshik. Koshik has it. Missed as he tried to swipe it into the zone. Here comes Hibbing Chisholm back the other way. And just offside, says the referee. So we'll get a face-off just outside of the Bronco zone on the near side of the ice. 3:51 remaining in the first period. Couple other basketball games going on in the area. The Bronco boys basketball team taking on a very good MIB team over at the Falls High Gym. And speaking of good teams, Little Fork Big Falls, they're taking on Deer River. So both the local teams facing very good teams in their home gyms tonight. Face-off comes back into the Bronco zone. Worley avoids a check there, comes back along the near side. Whiffed on that pass. Fink picks it up. No, excuse me. That is not Fink, that is Lehman. His shot goes wide, 25-26, pretty close when you look at it. Here's a shot from the slot that's kicked down by Reiner's rebound. Tried to go top shelf with it was Capsula, and there was a deflection, they say, off the Broncos stick. Okay, face-off will come to the left of Maish. I think Capsula just absolutely flipped that right up over the top of the crossbar from a short angle. 3:24 remaining in the first period. Again, stay tuned for our intermission report brought to you by the Dent Shop. Taking the face-off for the Falls will be Keep. For the Blue Jackets, it's going to be Gabardi. Puck is in the linesman's skate. Ooh, there's a big shot off as it came out by Capsula, and the kick save by Maish all the way out to neutral. Dumped back in by Hibbing Chisholm. They tag up. Worley in the near corner. He gets banged off the puck there nicely by Gabardi. Back around the far wall. Kept in at the point by McHugh. McHugh dumps it along. Going to be picked up there by Lehman. His shot kicked away by the goaltender Maish. Puck on the far side of the cage. Now coming back around looking for the stuff shot there, and a big hit on Gabardi. He paid the price as he nearly got that in. Allen escapes his own zone to the far wall for the Falls. Gets pushed into the corner. Loose puck. Keep Allen. Can they come up with possession of it? Joining in there was Babbage. And Keep finally comes away with it. He gets knocked out the puck by Babbage, who dumps it to the blue line and out. Right back in by Maish. The Falls will have to tag up. Hibbing out to center. Zahn tipped that along for the Blue Jackets. They'll get a complete change as Maish in behind his own net. 2:20 remaining in the first period. Along the far side, Chikowski tips it along to Allen. Allen coming along with Keep. Gets to the blue line. Babbage, good job of knocking that off the stick of Allen. Right back the other way. Fink looking for Freider in the corner. He picks it up there. He's tied up by Maish. Maish lifts his stick. Keep comes in, picks up the loose puck. Poked away there by Fawcett. Trying to push it out of the zone was Keep. Keeping it in was Keegan Fink. He skates into the corner. 180's back the other way. Leaves it to the point. Edmonds looking, waiting. Pressured by Chikowski. Knocked away. Allen flicks it out to neutral. Edmonds turns, fires it right back in. Falls in the midst of a change with their forward line. And they are going to say an icing call on, yeah. Or there's something on the ice. Well, yeah, I didn't think it was an icing call, but it's brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175, option 5 for a ride in the Borderland area. Face-off coming to the right of Braden Boyer, the Blue Jacket goaltender. Face-off was won back by Kojic. Dremel finally collects it, skates to the dot, sharp angle shot, hit off the side of the net. Dremel recollects it to the point to Joslin. Joslin, wrist shot, deflected right out front, knocked away by Rude to the near corner. He skates there, has it. Dremel tries to dislodge the puck from him, but Rude, a dandy job of keeping possession out to the point. Joslin wrist shot from there into the glove of Boyer. He hangs on with 82 seconds remaining in the first period. We'll get a face-off to his right as both teams bring out fresh bodies. Hibbing Chisholm, 13-6-1 on the season. International Falls, 7-11. Again, this is the 155th all-time meeting between these two clubs. Face-off, one back into the corner by Taylor. Clearing attempt, gets past Joslin. Taylor picks it up. He's going to have a 2-on-1 coming in. Gets to the right dot. Goes back to the far side, trying to drag that by. And Dixon tried to come into the backside, and that's the best save that Keaton Maish has come up as he hung with that one and got the toe on that puck to keep it out of the back of the net. Joslin pushes it out to neutral. No, comes back in. This is Taylor. I thought he had gotten it out along the near wall, but Hibbing kept it in the corner now. Big hit there. Penalty coming up on the Broncos. So that save brought to you by Beyond Aesthetics. Beyond Aesthetics, they are located at 3426 County Road 21. Is your place to go to give yourself a pampering hour or day. Call Beyond Aesthetics at 218-540-0149. As it is going to be Royce Allen that is going to go for the penalty here. This penalty is at 16:10. It is for a rough. Beyond Aesthetics, you can go to beyondaestheticsdayspa.com to make an appointment or find out what they can do for you. They are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So the penalty kill here brought to you by St. Thomas School. Broncos get it out to center. Dremel, actually going to be a possible 2-on-1 with Koshik. Dremel goes to Koshik, shoots, saved by Boyer as he got up, as Koshik was trying to go right up underneath the crossbar. He got the shoulder on it and knocked it up into the netting. And that was maybe the best opportunity that the Broncos have had, and they did it shorthanded here. Brought to you again by St. Thomas School. Face off to the right of Boyer, 39.1 seconds remaining in the first period. Koshik pokes it along, gets to the end wall, ties it up there, tries to kick it into the corner, and he does. With it now is Babbage. Leaves it back into the near corner. Picking it up there is going to be Fawcett. Fawcett tries to clear the zone. Broncos keep it in with Dremel. Koshik skates into the corner. 20 seconds remaining in the period now. With it is Freider. Freider from behind his own net, far side. Pressured there by Koshik. Gets to the red line. Dremel knocks him off the puck, laying right in front of the Bronco bench on the far side. 10 seconds remaining in the period as the Broncos send it back into the Blue Jacket zone. Going back to pick it up is Babbage. Sends it back out to center. They will not get a shot off here as we go to the first intermission. Your score, Hibbing Chisholm 2, International Falls 1. Hibbing Chisholm will start with 1 minute and 11 seconds of power play hockey. When we get the second period underway, we're going to take a break here. And when we come back, we're going to have our Dent Shop intermission report. We'll take a 2.5-minute timeout here. You're listening to Blue Jacket and Bronco Hockey on WMFG 106.3 in Hibbing, on Lakes Country 104.1 in International Falls, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
A message from CAPE, Couchiching Area Prevention and Education. Be present. Most Falls High students do not feel pressured to drink alcohol by their friends. We learn from the past, live in the present, and strive for the future. CAPE is working together to empower the communities within Couchiching County through prevention, education, collaboration, and shared leadership to reduce alcohol and tobacco use among youth and young adults. Together, we are strong. This ad has been funded by Drug Free Communities Grant Funding.
The Propane Gas Association recommends that all gas systems should be routinely inspected every 5 years. Lakes Gas in the Falls can check your gas systems on a regular basis. A gas system safety inspection only takes 1 or 2 hours and includes a leak test as well as a visual inspection of all your gas appliances. Lakes Gas has a fall special on gas safety system inspections right now, so call Lakes Gas for an appointment today. Lakes Gas, your local propane company since 1959.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
High school fans, falling and getting up is one of many lessons students learn when they participate in high school activities. It takes courage to show up and perform knowing that mistakes will occur. A missed shot, a bad pass. Mistakes are part of the game. Teaching young people is a valuable lesson in picking themselves up and starting over again. This message has been brought to you by the Minnesota State High School League.
Back here at Bronco Arena in between the first and second period, this intermission report brought to you by the Dent Shop. They're located at 1712 First Avenue West and is the place to take your car, your vehicle, when you have a fender bender. They also have Rhino Pro protective linings for your pickup truck bed, car starters, and lithium batteries. The Dent Shop, 218-285-9593. 2-1 in favor of the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets after 17 minutes here. They definitely had the advantage of the territory in this first period. So when you look up at the scoreboard and you see 2-1 in favor of Hibbing Chisholm and you watch that first period, you'd say, yeah, that sounds about right. That looks about right for the number of opportunities. The shots on goal, 11-6 in favor of Hibbing Chisholm. So it just seems right in the world that that's the score after 17 minutes in my mind. Well, let's get a couple of housekeeping things done. First thing we're going to do is we are going to listen to our Where Are They Now segment brought to you by Green Larson Mortuary. Welcome to a place to celebrate life and honor every memory. Go to their website at greenlarson.com. And then while that's going on, I'm also going to give you the trivia question. Not that I don't want you paying attention, but I want you thinking about the trivia question brought to you by Coca-Cola. 75 years of Bronco hockey. Did you know Coca-Cola Bottling Company of International Falls has done it for longer? Yes, since 1934, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of International Falls has been distributing Coke products to businesses throughout the borderland. Pick up a 12-pack of Coke today. Well, as I mentioned, I think this one is fairly simple, but you can give me a text. Please, no messages, no phone calls, only text messages to 218-324-3053, and we'll take the first right answer for this question. How many seasons was Larry Ross the head coach for the International Falls Broncos? Again, the trivia question brought to you by Coca-Cola. How many seasons was Larry Ross the head coach for the International Falls Broncos? The first right answer via text at 218-324-3053 will win a 6-pack of Coke. Here is our Where Are They Now segment brought to you by Green Larson Mortuary.
And this week's edition for Where Are They Now? Marty Olson. Marty was a captain of the 1989 state tournament team for the International Falls Broncos. After high school, Marty played hockey for the UMD Bulldogs. Marty Olson, where are you now?
This is Marty Olson. I'm living in Hermantown, Minnesota. I am currently working for the National Bank of Commerce. I've got 2 boys. One of them's a senior at University of Minnesota Duluth, and one's a freshman at University of North Dakota.
Welcome back to the pregame show for the coaches interview brought to you by Up North Builders, being joined by. And I apologize for that. I forgot how short our Where Are They Now was. I was thinking that we had about a minute, but it was only about 30 seconds. So again, there is your Where Are They Now, brought to you by Green Larson Mortuary. Welcome to a place to celebrate life and honor every memory. Go to their website at greenlarson.com. Well, I'm getting some up the answers, and I got whoever this person is has gotten it right. 218-929-0754. That is correct. 31 seasons was Larry Ross the head coach for the International Falls Broncos. So yeah, nice job there. He was the head coach from the 1954-55 season through the 1984-85 season. So 31 seasons and all. And there you go. We've got it. Got that answer correct. So congratulations to that person. And it's always good to be talking about Bronco history, especially in this 75th season. We're going to take a break here on the intermission report brought to you by the Dent Shop. When we come back, we're going to run down the scoring, the penalties, the shots on goal, and all the statistical stuff. When we come back, we'll take a 2.5-minute break. You're listening to the Blue Jackets and the Broncos for high school boys hockey on WMFG 106.3 in Hibbing, on Lakes Country 104.1 in International Falls, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
Howard Cenex East invites you to see all they have to offer. Cenex East carries Canadian bakery bread, Wisconsin's best meat and cheese sticks, and other healthy snacks, along with a wide variety of chips, candy, and beverages. Howard Cenex East offers a 7-cent per gallon discount on gas and fuel when paying with cash. Hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday 9 to 6, and closed on Sunday. If you're looking for fun and rewarding jobs, stop into Cenex East and pick up an application. Howard Cenex East, Highway 53.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
Lukacek Architecture is a proud sponsor of Bronco hockey. Growing up as part of the iconic Dirty Dozen band, Bronco hockey brings back great memories. For quality commercial and residential architecture right here in northern Minnesota, contact Lukacek Architecture. Good luck to the Bronco hockey teams this season from Rainy Lake Oil. For all your fuel, propane, lube, and chemical needs, call Rainy Lake Oil at 1-888-LAKE-OIL. Larry and his staff will take care of it all.
Go Broncos!
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Hometown Hobby and Crafts is your headquarters for all your craft and school projects. January is National Puzzle Month, and to recognize this, Hometown Hobby and Crafts will have 15% off all puzzles for the entire month. Buy 2 or more puzzles and get 20% off. Puzzles are a great family activity or solo project during the winter months. Stop at 327 3rd Street to check out the large selection of yarn that Hometown Hobby and Crafts has in stock. Their hours are 10 to 6 Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 Saturday. Buy local to keep our community strong. Welcome back here to Bronco Arena. We are in the first intermission brought to you by the Dent Shop. And let's run down the scoring here for you in this first period. And looking at it, it was Hibbing Chisholm getting on the board at the 3:56 mark. Getting the first goal for Hibbing Chisholm was number 19, Peyton Taylor. He wasn't even on the roster when the night started. Not sure why he wasn't there, but he picks up the first goal. The assist goes to Bo Freider and to Tristan Babbage. And Hibbing Chisholm led on the power play 1-0 at 3:56. Just 26 seconds later, it was Royce Allen getting the goal, the assist to Noah Shakowski and to Asher Keep, and we were tied at 1. Just over 6 minutes later, at the 10:30 mark, an unassisted goal for number 9, Bladen McHugh for Hibbing Chisholm. That's where we sit 2-1 after the first 17 minutes. 3 penalties in that first period. Colin Koshik took the tripping penalty that led to the power play goal at 3:32. Fawcett took a trip for Hibbing Chisholm at 4:58, and then the penalty that is still on the scoreboard. Allen took the roughing penalty at 16:10. 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining up there on the scoreboard. Shots on goal in the first period in favor of Hibbing Chisholm, 11-6. So 9 saves for Keaton Mace from International Falls, 5 for Braden Boyer from Hibbing Chisholm. So there you have your stats from the first period. The clock's got about 90 seconds remaining on that. They don't usually start a clock here. They just usually let the ice get set up and go. But we're going to take a final break here. We'll take 90 seconds, and we'll come back with the second period. Your score, Hibbing Chisholm 2, International Falls 1. You're listening to High School Boys Hockey on Lace Country 104.1 in International Falls, on 106.3 WMFG in Hibbing, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
Hi, this is Chris Lassila, Vice President and Branch Manager of Border Bank. If you own a business, you know how important having the right banker is to the success of your business. At Border Bank, we are proud to have earned the reputation of caring for our customers' business as if they were our own. We're more than business bankers, we're partners, and our customer success is our ultimate goal. If your business could use that kind of attention, reach out to me to explore what business banking at Border Bank can do for you. We're Border Bank, partnering with Northern Minnesota businesses since 1935. Member FDIC.
Now is a great time to visit Falls Lumber Company's Design Center. We heat this building with fireplaces and stoves so you can feel the warmth, see how they burn, and check out which one is best for your home, cabin, or shack. We sell some of the best name brands in business: Cozy Heat, Yodel, Hearthstone, Napoleon, Regency, and more. Check out Falls Lumber Company's Design Center, something for everyone. 201 4th Street in the Falls.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sports guidance. Rainy Lake Medical Center's Advanced Concussion Management Program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year from Rainy Lake Medical Center.
Back at Bronco Arena, coming to you from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College press box. Start your voyage at Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-285-7722. And as we get ready for the second period, teams switch ends, so the Broncos will be going left to right in this second period as they look to get themselves back to a tie here before Hibbing Chisholm gets themselves more goals here. Again, as I mentioned, 2-1 just feels like the right score from that first period on how things played along the way. Again, we've got a couple of games coming up for you this week. Bronco girls basketball, as they will be taking on the Greenway Raiders down in Coleraine. Our good friend Sheldon Willis will be on the call. And then Friday night, we'll have the regular season finale for the International Falls girls hockey team as they take on Northern Lakes, kind of become the traditional season-ending game for the Falls. So we'll have that game for you on Friday night. Game time is 6 o'clock for that one, 5:40 for the pregame. As Royce Allen gets back into the penalty box, it's going to be 5-on-4 hockey here for the Blue Jackets. This penalty kill again brought to you by St. Thomas School. On the ice for the Broncos, you're going to have Maish, Koshik, Max Dremel, and Worley looking out there for Hibbing. They have got, well, Fink, Taylor, that is Fawcett, Freider, and Babbage. We are underway. Near side, coming into the zone with it is Freider. Offside, I wasn't watching the far side. Somebody must have got in there a titch early as I had my eyes on Freider as he came into the zone, so we'll have a face-off just outside of the Broncos zone, near side of the ice, 8 seconds into the second period. Koshik against Fink here on the face-off. One back by Koshik. Dremel turns, fires it down the ice, bounces just wide of the goal. Settling that puck down was Boyer. In behind his own net, Babbage. Right up the center of the ice now. Goes far wall. Racing after it is Fawcett into the Falls zone. Gets to the net, goes for the wraparound, and he lost the handle on it. Out to the point. Freider tried to go back to Fawcett. Comes into the corner. Mace tries to clear. That hit a falling Fawcett in the corner. Puck's laying there. Still sitting in the corner. Finally pushed up along the wall. Kept in at the point by Freider. Goes into the far corner for Fink. Fink out to the point to Babbage. Babbage weighs his options. Go back to the far wall. Fink, top of the circle. Shot that got to Mace with the kick save. I don't know how he saw it, but he got a toe on it. Behind the net now. Freider centers it out front. Fawcett, goal. He hit it once, came right back to him, and he bangs it into the back of the net. Another power play goal here for the Blue Jackets as they lead it by a are on that goal. But as I said, the Falls wanted to tie it before Hibbing got that 3-1 lead. And unfortunately for the Broncos, that has what happened on the power play. As I'm going to get the scoring right now before we even drop the puck. My good friend Mark writing it down, 26 from 5 and 23. So it is going to be Fink from Freider and Fawcett. So if your first name or last name starts with an F, you are in on that scoring play. Off the faceoff, puck knocked into the Blue Jacket zone. Knocked around to the far wall. Picked up there by Lehman. Lehman gets it out to neutral. Joslin fires it right back in. Knocked down there by Edmonds. Edmonds looking to get it out of the zone. Flicks it off the wall. Lehman has it. Gets to the red line. Good back check there by Allen to lift his stick, take the puck away. Offside is going to be Hibbing as they dump it in. Falls is going to send it back down the ice, and it's going to be an icing call. On the Falls, brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175. Option 5 for a ride in the Borderland area. So again, the scoring on the power play at the 57-second mark, Keegan Fink from Bo Freider and also number 23, Broden Fawcett. Faceoff comes to the left of Maish after the icing call. Keep wins the faceoff back, collected there by Zahn. Zahn tried to knock it along the wall, picked off there by the Blue Jackets. In behind the net now, Lehman knocked out the puck by Zahn. Keep going to try again. Knocked away by Gabardi. In behind the Bronco net. Now along the end wall. Keep has it. Skates up along the near side. Poked away there by Dixon. Joslin up off the glass. Comes out to center. Shikowski flips it along up to Keep. Keep into the zone. Had it knocked off of his stick. Loose puck picked back up by Keep all on the wall. Fires it in behind the net. Shikowski into the corner. Looks back. Rude has it for Hibbing. Poked along now. Going to be carried up the wall by Edmonds. He's knocked down. No hand raised there. Ooh. Keep comes up with the loose puck. Tried to go towards the net. Knocked away nicely by Nathan Rude there for Hibbing Chisholm. He skates in the corner. Shikowski knocks it off the stick. And now here comes Edmonds. Out to center. Going far side for Lehman. Doesn't connect. Worley flicks it back into the Blue Jacket zone where Rude has it. Team's in the midst of changes. Near side Edmonds. Skates along the near wall. Into the fall zone. Fires a sharp angle shot that Zahn hits into the far corner. Going to be picked up there by Rotzi. Sends it to the point. Shot there. That's off the goal post onto the back of the goaltender. And how did it not deflect off of Keaton Maish's backside and into the net is beyond me. But Bladen McHugh, again with a deadly wrist shot from the point. He scored earlier in the game. And he hit that one off the near post. Hit Keaton Maish in the backside. And somehow it hooked onto his leg or his skeet or somehow it didn't go into the net. I'm not sure how. Face-off from Maish's left is face-off is won back by the Blue Jackets. Is going to come all the way back into their zone where McHugh has it. He flicks it along the near wall. Poked along there by Anderson. Kept in by Maish. Loose puck picked up by Babbage. He tries to escape the zone again. Blue Jackets knock it out to neutral. Maish looking for Parker Olsen. Olsen has it knocked off of his stick. Maish Knocks it off the near wall. Babbage says, I'm throwing it right back in. We'll dump and chase after it. Maish gets there first. Fires it around. Gets up on the dasher and gets past McHugh. This will be another icing call coming up here on the Broncos, brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175. 3-1 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard in favor of the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. Need a new battery? Score one tomorrow at Napa Auto Parts of International Falls. 13:45 remaining as we get a face-off to the right of Keaton Maish. Keegan Fink against Colin Koshik. Your top two centers, and one back by Fink. Babbage, his wrist shot. Knocked down by Cooper Crandall, comes out to center. Babbage skates back to the red line, fires it in as Hibbing Chisholm touches up. Broncos have it. Koshik knocked off of his stick. Crandall backhands it into the Hibbing zone. In behind the net. Fink will get there first. Dremel. Max knocks it away. Comes onto the stick of Babbage. Babbage from behind his own net goes out the far side. Now up the center of the ice. Finding lots of room as he gets into the fall zone. Toe drags it past Dremel. Flips it in behind the Bronco net. 13:10 remaining in the second period. 3-1 in favor of Hibbing Chisholm. Puck comes loose out in front of the Bronco net. Poked to the far wall. Picked up there by Fink. Comes back to the near wall. Babbage skates in. Near dot. Knocked away by the Falls. Dremel. Max up to Julius. Here comes Koshik into the zone against McHugh. Gets by it. Dips the shoulder. Comes in front and lost the handle on it just before he was going to put the shot onto Boyer. Dremel flips it into the corner. We get a whistle and the net has come off of its moorings with 12:45 remaining in period number 2. Hibbing Chisholm 3, International Falls 1. Hibbing continuing to dominate the possession of the puck in the Broncos zone, much like they did in the first period. Of course, a lot of that had to do with that power play for the first minute of the second period. We'll have a face-off to the right of Boyer. Allen to take it against Taylor. Taylor wins it into the corner. Edmonds tries to flip it up off the glass, gets it out to center, and he does. Dixon tried to poke that along, hit a teammate in the skate as the Broncos flip it back towards the Hibbing Chisholm zone. Zahn will finally get it in. Lehman had it, now comes to the near wall to Edmonds. Edmonds goes cross ice, back to Lehman. Lehman had to stop, picks that up, flicks it into the Broncos zone. Joslin tries to knock it out, but it's going to be kept in by Edmonds. He races to the far wall, now to the dot. His shot never got to the net. Rebound. That comes on to Maish and is deflected wide there as Hibbing Chisholm right on the doorstep with another rebound opportunity, but it was knocked wide. Here come the Broncos. Allen gets to the blue line, flips it up over the top of Geetson. Race for the puck, won by the Blue Jackets. Edmonds goes back to Lehman along the far side. Can't connect again. They tried that the last time out, and they didn't do it this time either. Hibbing Chisholm will knock it in. Got to be careful there. Almost had too many men on the ice. Broncos with it. Looking for. Here comes Jake Olsen. Coming down the backside just off the net is Reiners, and got a little excited. Lost possession of the puck as he tried to go to the backhand and make his move. And here come the Blue Jackets back the other way. Looking to pass this up is Kamsala. Broken up by Zahn. Him and Dixon go to the wall. Zahn, good job of keeping possession of the puck. Finally stepping in here is going to be Gabarty. He takes it away. Comes to the point. Geetson, wrist shot. Deflected wide by Kamsala. Goes into the far corner. Along the end wall, Kamsala. Centering pass right out front was Anderson. Couldn't get a good piece of it. Here's a shot by Geetson that hit a stick and goes way up into the netting. And we'll have a face-off to the right of Maish with 11:10 remaining in the second period. Hibbing Chisholm 3, International Falls 1. The Broncos trailed 2-1 after the first period. Face off to the left of Maish. Jake Olsen versus Jack Gabarty. A little chit-chat going on about where we're going with this face-off. If we win it, Hibbing is going to control. Babbage to the half wall. Unable to control it there initially was Kamsala. He gets another opportunity, throws one towards the net. Maish knocks that into the near wall. Centering attempt by Rude. Deflected away by the Broncos and now thrown to the end wall by Dixon. By Kamsala. Clearing attempt by the Broncos is kept in. We've got a whistle, a hand raised. We've got an elbowing penalty. Second elbowing penalty of the year. You just don't see that one very often. And it is going to be Gabarty that is going to go to the penalty box. This penalty is going to be at 6:10. So the Broncos on to the Canner Electric power play for all your electrical needs, both commercial and residential. Stop at Canner Electric, 500 4th Street in International Falls, or you can call them at 218-283-8319. Face off to the left of Boyer. One back by the Blue Jackets. with it behind his own net. This is Freider being pressured there by Koshik. Did a good job of 180ing back, and Edmonds is going to fire it all the way down the ice. Crandall picks it up there, pressured by Fink. Comes to the near side from behind his own net, looking for Dremel, just out of his reach. Edmonds gets it, fires it right back on to Maish, who kicks it to the near wall. Joslin dumps it around. Crandall picks it up in behind the Bronco net. 1:35 remaining in the power play. Crandall's pass is too far for Dremel. Dremel does deflect it into the Hibbing zone. Racing back to pick it up there was McHugh. Turnover. Dremel has it in behind the net. Centering attempt. That's blocked. Clearing attempt kept in by Crandall. Slap shot. That misses the mark. Comes back out all the way to the point to Joslin. Joslin weighs his options. Skates along the half wall. Fink puts the body on Joslin. Now tied up. Puck comes loose, kept in by Crandall. He whips it around into the far corner. Max Dremel's going to get there first. Back into the end wall. Minute remaining in the power play. Hibbing gets a piece of it. Just gets enough of it as it bounces over the stick of Crandall. Maish well out of his net to leave it for Crandall. Broncos and Blue Jackets both changing. Up to Allen. Allen flicks it backhand in the zone, but it's going to be picked up there by Babbage. Babbage to his own goal line. Turns, looks, looking here for Rotzi, who just came off the bench. Hit his stick, but couldn't control it as Maish has it. To Shikowski. Shikowski turns, looking for Nate Dremel. He flicks it into the zone, but Rude has it for Hibbing Chisholm. 25 remaining in the Bronco power play, brought to you by Canner Electric. Sent all the way down the ice as Maish has it. Maish, near side, right onto the blade here of Worley. Worley through neutral. Gets stopped at the line, and Shikowski was about 12 feet offside by the time Worley got it into the zone. Clock stops with 9:02 remaining in the second period. 3-1 in favor of Hibbing Chisholm. 13 left in the Canner Electric power play for International Falls. Hibbing Chisholm doing a great job on the penalty kill here, not allowing the Broncos to really even get anything set up, as the Broncos are going to bring Koshik, Max Dremel, and Cooper Crandall back out for that forward line. Face-off controlled by Koshik. Maish right at the red line, throws it right onto the goaltender Boyer, who blockers that into the far corner. Babbage got there first, but couldn't clear it. Shot wide by Koshik. Broncos are going to be unable to keep this in, as racing to pick it up is Dixon. Full strength are the Blue Jackets. Loose puck picked up by Koshik into the zone. Stops. Tries to throw it back to Crandall. Now the Blue Jackets have it. Dixon skates out of the zone. Cross-ice pass onto the stick of Fawcett into the zone. Gets forced wide by Maish, and Maish poked that away. Cleared back to the point. Kept in there by Babbage. His pass along the wall. Broncos knocked it out, and losing an edge there was Rude, as the Broncos knocked it back to the Hibbing Chisholm line. Back the other way. Hibbing Chisholm knocks it in. Joslin tries to get it back out. He will. And picking it up, there's Babbage. Right in front of his own net. Goes to the far wall. Poked along by Geetson. Broncos have it back. Picked up by Crandall. He gets to the red line, fires it in, and heads for the bench. Boyer out of his net. Couldn't quite slow that one down. Geetson to Lehman. Lehman hits a Bronco player there who was hopping in. Was close again for that. Too many men on the ice on that far side. All the way back into the Bronco zone. Tipped along. Loose puck picked up by Geetson. He goes far side. Now coming into the zone. This is Edmonds for Hibbing Chisholm. Centering pass. Hit escape. Comes onto the stick of Anderson. Throws it right onto Maish. Rebound. Cleared away by the Bronco defense. And finally Maish, after it was kicked towards him by Lehman, covers it up. Gets a whistle. A little pushing, a little shoving, a little talking about dinner plans and what you guys are going to be doing this summer and all those niceties that boys talk about while they're shoving each other near the net. Face off to the left of Maish. 7:37 remaining in the second period. 3-1. Hibbing Chisholm leads it here. Broncos have never led. They tied it at 1-1, but have never led. Face-off win for the Blue Jackets. Flipped high up into the corner off the deflection from the point. Edmonds had his wrist shot knocked down by Shikowski. Out to center. Picked up there. Keep has it poked away by Edmonds. Right back into the Bronco zone. Top of the circle. Shot. That went off Zahn's leg into the corner. Rude picked it back up. Centering attempt cleared away by Shikowski. Shikowski up the far side. Has it poked away, but the Broncos get it out to neutral. Near side. Here comes Anderson in the zone for the Blue Jackets. He fires one towards Maish, who gloves it down around ankle level. Hangs on with 7:05 remaining in the second period. Our intermission report coming up in between the second and third period. Again, brought to you by the Dent Shop. Face-off will come to the right of Maish. We're happy to have you along for high school boys hockey on WMFG 106.3 in Hibbing and on Lace Country 104.1 in Hibbing. In International Falls, excuse me. Dwayne's head, before I could even correct myself, he's like, He said that wrong. Yeah. Face off. Controlling it. Fink. Shot. Saved by Maish as he was kind of looking behind him. He made me nervous, but he got enough of it, and I'm not sure if it was under the pad or laying on top of his pad. It sounded like it hit his stick. Referee and Maish are having a discussion about something. I'm not sure what. Another face off to his right. This time one back by Koshik. Maish fires it in the corner, picked up by Freider. Freider in behind the Falls net. Tried a 180 back. He's used that move quite a bit. The Broncos need to get used to that one. Freider comes back to the near half wall. Dumps it into the corner. Fink. Centering pass. Looking for Taylor. That was intercepted by Maish, and he does get it out to center. Babbage throws it right back in. Gets it past Maish. It goes to the end wall. Maish will get it there. Pressured by Taylor. Gets it off to Worley. Worley, his pass deflected. Fink from behind the Bronco net. Centering pass right out front. Ooh, big save by Maish there off the stick of Freider. Here's a shot by Babbage, deflected. I don't know who hit it, but it went into the back of the net for the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets as they lead it by a score of 4-1. Chisholm's going to lead this hockey game by a score of 4-1. As I wait for Mark, he's just getting the marker ready. And he writes it down. 4, 5, and 9 are going to be the scoring. So the goal goes to Babbage, the assist to Freider, and also to McHugh. Here come the Broncos right in. Right out front was Keep. Couldn't get a shot on goal. Hibbing Chisholm out of their own end. At the neutral zone at the red line, this is Gabarty dumping it in behind the Bronco net. Battle for it in the corner. Fawcett had it momentarily. Broncos chip it up along the wall. Allen can't escape the zone as Dixon was there. Allen gets a second opportunity. This time he gets it out. Coming in, Shikowski just onside. Shot, saved by Boyer with the glove. Had a big save by Maish a couple of moments ago. That save brought to you by Beyond Aesthetics at 3426 County Road 21 is your place to go to give yourself a pampering hour or day. Call Beyond Aesthetics at 218-540-0149 or go to beyondaestheticsdayspa.com. Face off to the left of Boyer, and Shikowski must have done like 4 spinning angels there. I'm not sure how he got that much momentum, but he did. Face off win by the Falls, shot by Joslin, deflects to the end wall. Allen from behind the net. Skates into the corner on his backhand. Leaves it back. Shikowski has it there. Gets it to Keep. Centering pass looking for Allen. Intercepted by Rude. He skates out along the far wall. Into the Broncos zone. Gets forced wide by Joslin. Centering attempt comes all the way to the near wall. Picked up there by Gabarty. Gabarty gets past Keep. In behind the net. Into the far corner. Still in possession. Tried to find, Edmonds trying to sneak in from the point. That hit a skate and comes out to neutral. Edmonds avoids a poke check of Allen. Into the Broncos zone he goes. Into the corner. Centering pass knocked away by Zahn. Dixon collects that clearing attempt. There's a rebound. Couple of them and a couple big saves by Maish. I'm not sure how he got to that second one, but that leg just kept going further and further out as he comes up with the save, and the Broncos clear to center. Rude pokes it along. Dixon into the Falls zone. Back out. Rude has it again. Far side. There's a shot from center by Kamsla that I think Maish got a piece of. Knocked it up into the netting. We get a stoppage in play with 4:39 remaining. That angel spin that Shikowski had, we're going to give that the drive of the game, brought to you by Nagurski Transportation, moving your product safe and fast. Nagurski Transportation, and always looking for new professional drivers to join their team. Call Kevin at 218-689-2064. Face off to the right of goaltender Maish. Face off win for Jake Olson. Maish has it. Skates from behind his own net along the far wall. Out of the zone. Crosses, comes back to the near side, now up to the center of the ice. All the way into the zone. The defenseman making his way below the goal line. Finally knocked away by Kamsala. Pinching in from the point was Parker Olson, knocking along. Guys more interested about making contact rather than collecting the puck. And finally it's Hibbing. This is Babbage. Gets stopped there by Nate Dremel. Get it out to center does Hibbing Chisholm, but centering right back in was Parker Olson, right onto the goaltender Boyer, who settles it down there. Babbage has it. Into the far corner. Looks out. Gets it to Rotzi, but he couldn't quite control that. Maish back in his own zone. Gets it out to neutral. Poked along by Nate Dremel. Goes into the far corner as it jumped the stick there of the goaltender Boyer along the far half wall. Ooh, nearly picked up by Crandall as that clearing attempt was whiffed. Zahn shot and skating across, and rather taking that with the blocker, taking it with the glove is the goaltender Boyer as he hangs on to it with 3:40 remaining in the second period. Hibbing Chisholm 4, International Falls 1. It was 2-1 Hibbing Chisholm after the first 17 minutes. So obviously the Blue Jackets have scored twice here in this second period. They've got a power play goal and a even strength goal just like they did in period number 1. Faceoff comes into the corner. Clearing attempt by the Blue Jackets. Poked out to neutral by Lehman. Sending it right back in is Max Dremel. Delayed offside. Overskating it was Edmonds, and now he fires it out. Picked up by Max Dremel. Throws it off the wall, looking to pick it up by himself in the Hibbing Chisholm zone, but here come the Blue Jackets back the other way. Freider had a steam into the zone. Shot right into the breadbasket of Maish. He hangs on to it. 3:18 remaining in the first period. That snap decision on that save is brought to you by Snap Fitness on Shorewood Drive. It's a 24-hour facility with free weights, machines, tanning, classes, and more. Customized personalized training and nutrition programs are available. Give the gals a call at Snap Fitness 218-283-0020. Hibbing Chisholm wins the faceoff. Shot by Edmonds, deflected, goes wide in behind the Bronco net. Hibbing, that's Freider. Pokes it to the far side of the net, and now knocking away are the Broncos. Koshik out to center. Takes a lift of the stick from behind and then a big body check from McHugh as the puck comes loose. Hibbing Chisholm looking to get it back out of the zone, and they will with the help of Lehman. Worley fires it right back in. Edmonds, cross ice pass to McHugh. Stretch pass looking for Freider on the Bronco blue line. Makes a nice move past Worley. His shot deflected away, and there's Fink at the side of the net after Freider poked it to him, and he puts it into the back of the net and makes it 5-1 in favor of the Blue Jackets, and that was just a great effort. This goal at 14:18 of the second period. So 26 from 5 and 10. So Bo Freider picks up his 4th assist of the game, his 3rd of this period, and the other assist is going to go to Christian Edmonds. We're going to get a goaltender change. Nope, it's not. It's number 31 still in there. Boyer, he went to the bench. I thought we had changed somebody out. I looked up, and he was skating back. So 5-1 here as Hibbing Chisholm controls the faceoff. They fire it in the corner. Dixon will pick it up there for Hibbing Chisholm. Leaves it back for Taylor. Tried to go back to the point for Rude, but that was knocked away by Shikowski. Right onto the blade of Allen as he comes in on the backhand. Lays on the brakes. Poked away by Rude. Shikowski has it in the corner. Centering attempt comes to the point. Zahn whiffed on the wrist shot. Pokes it along into the near corner. Shikowski behind the net. Centering pass. Only Hibbing Chisholm players there, and Taylor skates out along the far wall with it. He gets to the Bronco blue line. Joslin goes for the big hit and dislodges him from the puck. Missed a little bit on the hit, but still got the job done. Puck along the end wall. It's picked up by Keep. Tries to clear, but keeping it in is going to be Rude. His shot hits a skate and goes up into the netting. We'll get a stoppage in play, 1:52. So going back to that goal again, it is going to be Keegan Fink from Bo Freider and number 10, that is Christian Edmonds. That hit by Cody Joslin brought to you by Northern Lumber. Free estimates, delivery to your worksite, and paint matching. Northern Lumber, everything to build anything. Located on Highway 53 at 307th Street in International Falls. 5-1 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Need a new battery? Score one tomorrow at Napa Auto Parts of International Falls. Hibbing Chisholm won the faceoff. The D-to-D pass just got outside of the blue line, so Hibbing Chisholm will have to tag up, and the Broncos are going to take an icing call. No, they're going to wave it off, saying Edmonds could have gotten there. Here comes Hibbing Chisholm to the blue line, kept in by Zahn. He fires one towards Dremel, where it's played behind the Blue Jacket net. Come to the point. Joslin along the far half wall. Wrister. That's knocked away by the goaltender Boyer. Back out to Joslin. Another wrist shot. That went high up over the top of the crossbar. Loose puck. Dremel. Sharp angle shot. Didn't see Jake Olsen coming down the slot wide open. All he had to do was lay it over to him. I think Jake could have put it in the back of the net. Here comes Edmonds all the way in behind the Bronco net. 1:05 remaining in the period. Centering pass knocked away by Nate Dremel. He knocks it down the ice. Gietzen back to pick it up as they wave off the icing as we go under a minute remaining. Gietzen in behind his own net. Looking. Far side. Edmonds whiffed on that pass. He'll pick the puck back up, fire it all the way around. Anderson coming along here. With him is Rotzi as they come into the Broncos zone. Into the corner. Anderson knocked off the puck, picked up by Jake Olson. Looking for Max Drummel on the far side, kept in at the point by Babbage. 35 remaining in the period. Zahn from behind his own net, flicks it to the far wall. Picking it up there was Campsall. He was going to go back to his D. He split him right in half and sends it all the way back into the Hibbing Chisholm zone. Gietzen, pressured there by Crandall. He fires it along the wall out to center. Lehman jumped over his stick, but got back to it and pokes it along. Fink into the zone with a little speed. Back out to the point. Babbage back into the corner. Fink has it there with 8 seconds remaining in the period. Behind the net. Freider takes a big bump there from Joslin. Still behind the net. 1 second. And that's how the second period is going to end. Hibbing Chisholm is going to add 3 goals to their 2-1 lead to make it 5-1 after 34 minutes here at Bronco Arena. We're going to take a 2.5-minute timeout. We're going to come back with the Dent Shop intermission report. You're listening to Blue Jacket and Bronco boys hockey on WMFG 106.3 in Hibbing, on Lace Country 104.1 in International Falls, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
Medical Center is proud to offer local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sports guidance. Rainy Lake Medical Center's Advanced Concussion Management Program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year from Rainy Lake Medical Center.
Living here in northern Minnesota, we embrace all 4 seasons, and the cooler weather brings out the cooler toys. What's next on your wish list? A snowmobile, fish house, snowblower, new plow for the truck or wheeler? Say yes to winter fun and I'll help you finance it. Call today and make an appointment with me, Chelsea Melander, consumer lender at TrueStar. Can't make it in during business hours? That's okay. Apply on your own time or on the mobile app or online at TrueStarFCU.com. Brighter banking at TrueStar Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
Hi, this is Chris Lassila, Vice President and Branch Manager of Border Bank. If you own a business, you know how important having the right banker is to the success of your business. At Border Bank, we are proud to have earned the reputation of caring for our customers' business as if they were our own. We're more than business bankers, we're partners, and our customer success is our ultimate goal. If your business could use that kind of attention, reach out to me to explore what business banking at Border Bank can do for you. We're Border Bank, partnering with northern Minnesota businesses since 1935. Member FDIC.
Having their customer appreciation sale from Friday, February 3rd to Friday, February 10th. At the Outdoorsman's, all guns are 5 to 15% off, 10% off all electronics, augers, fish houses, and trapping items. Everything else, 20% off store-wide. At the Jug, take 10% off store-wide, including sale-priced items. Come in and wish Jim and Julie well on Friday afternoon, February 3rd from noon to 3 p.m. with coffee, cider, and baked goods. The Outdoorsman's headquarters and the Jug at 1130 3rd Avenue in International Falls. Welcome back here to Bronco Arena as we are in the second intermission, brought to you by the Dent Shop at 1712 First Avenue West. It is the place to take your vehicle when you have a fender bender. They also have Rhino Pro protective linings for your truck, car starters, and lithium batteries. The Dent Shop, 218-285-9593. 5-1 is your score on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard after 34 minutes. Hibbing Chisholm probably had as much offensive zone time in that second period as they did in the first period, maybe a little bit more, as they were able to add 3 goals to their side of the scoreboard as they lead it 5-1. And it was just one of those periods where the Broncos, Dwayne and I were just talking about it before coming back to the from the commercial break, that the Broncos just can't seem, it's almost like that puck has got a little jump to it, like they can't get possession of it to hold it in and be able to make that pass and get that next opportunity. So it was one of those periods. If you look at the scoreboard, shots in that period 16-5 in favor of Hibbing Chisholm. So that kind of tells you the domination that Hibbing had in that second period with the territory of the puck. Couple of score updates for you. International Falls boys basketball team lost to Mountain Iron Buell by a final score of 103-48. The Bronco JV boys basketball team lost 75-31. The Bronco girls hockey team, their JV team, was out in Thief River Falls. They won by a score of 7-0 in that game. So kudos to the Bronco girls JV team picking up a win there tonight. Again, that team has not had a chance to play a lot of games just with the lack of numbers for the Bronco girls program. We're going to take another timeout here on the intermission report brought to you by the Dent Shop. When we come back, we'll run down the scoring for Hibbing Chisholm in that second period. It's 5-1 in favor of the Blue Jackets. You're listening to high school boys hockey on Lace Country 104.1 in International Falls, WMFG 106.3 FM in Hibbing, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com. We'll take 2.5 minutes.
Happy New Year from Ekman GM. With that said, new vehicles coming in at Ekman GM of International Falls. You need to get in now because these won't last. A brand new 2023 Chevrolet Silverado 3500 HD LTZ diesel. Sale price is $80,125. Or this brand new 2023 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 RST. Sale price is only $61,905. Chevrolet, find new roads. Find out more at EkmanIFalls.com.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Before you throw away those unused medicines,
those pills for your back pain or migraines,
just think for a minute. When you throw them in the trash, they can become lethal in the wrong hands. There are better ways to dispose of your unused meds.
There are lots of police stations, local pharmacies, and hospitals that are approved to take in unused meds
and dispose of them safely so they don't end up in the wrong hands, our hands.
To find a medicine disposal site near you, visit www.safe.pharmacy, a public service message from the National Association of Boards of Pharmacy.
The National Propane Gas Association recommends that all gas systems should be routinely inspected every 5 years. Lakes Gas in the Falls can check your gas systems on a regular basis. A gas system safety inspection only takes 1 or 2 hours and includes a leak test as well as a visual inspection of all your gas appliances. Lakes Gas has a fall special on gas safety system inspections right now, so call Lakes Gas for an appointment today. Lakes Gas, your local propane company since 1959.
A wind chill advisory begins at 9 p.m. tonight and continues until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. 19 below tonight, under partly cloudy skies, winds out of the southwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. High of 9 tomorrow. 9 below tomorrow night, chance of snow. About an inch of snow tomorrow night. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki from the Weatherology Weather Center on Lakes Country. Right now, 5 below.
Back here at Bronco Arena, Dwayne came from, just took a little break outside. He said the wind chill is absolutely brutal out there. So, folks, bundle up when you're heading out over the next stoat. Well, you just heard the weather there. Bundle up. It's going to be chilly here. And, well, it just has to be that way, right? Well, I don't know. Oh, he saw, yeah, Dwayne mentioned, of course, the Arrowhead 135 still going on. One thing you can say probably about them out where they're racing, it's probably, the trees are probably there to be able to cut the wind down a little bit as the Arrowhead 135, the ultra marathon that started in the Falls Monday morning, heading towards the Fortune Bay in Towers. So a lot of the bikers already have completed their course. I didn't check late today to see if any of the cross-country skiers, there was only 2 left out of the 6 that had started. And of course the runners, you just gotta, they know they're in it for the 48 to 68 hours to finish that 135 miles. And we'll see. As of this morning at 6 o'clock, there was, I think if I remember right, 39 still remaining out of 65, something like that. Anyway, we'll have it all for you on the morning show tomorrow morning, give you an update, as there will be, when we come on tomorrow morning, there'll only be 12 hours left in the Arrowhead 135. It's time for your scoring report here from the second period. 3 goals for the Blue Jackets in that period. They scored on the power play 57 seconds in. The first goal went to Keegan Fink. The assist to Bo Freider. You'll hear me say that name a couple of times. And the second assist went to Broden Fawcett. At the 10:37 mark, getting the goal was Tristan Babbage. The assist to Bo Freider. And the other assist goes to Bladen McHugh. Then at 14:18, Hibbing Chisholm made it 5-1. Fink picks up his second goal. Freider picks up his third assist of the period, 4th of the game. And the other assist goes to Christian Edmonds. So 5-1 after the second period here. In that period, I already mentioned 16-5, the shots on goal in that period in favor of Hibbing Chisholm. So a 2-period total of 27 shots on goal. Maish made 13 saves that period, 2-period total of 22. Boyer, he stopped all 5 shots he faced as he's got a 2-period total of 10. 1 penalty in that period. It belonged to Jack Gabarty from Hibbing Chisholm. He took an elbow penalty at 6:10. So that gets us all caught up there. I think I've got you updated on the scores. No Wild game to talk about as they're off until next Monday. The Timberwolves are off until tomorrow night when they play the Golden State Warriors. No Gopher basketball on either side. So kind of a slow night sports-wise. It should be an easy report in the morning for me, but of course we've got the local games on. Still waiting to hear a score on the Deer River Little Fork Big Falls game. I'm sure we'll have that before the end of the game here this evening. We'll possibly be able to give you a score on that one. We're going to take another break here on the Den Shop Intermission Report. When we come back, we'll get you set up for the third period. We're going to take 3 minutes here on this break. You're listening to Blue Jackets and Bronco Boys Hockey on Lakes Country 104.1 in International Falls, WMFG 106.3 in Hibbing, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. From low-key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of artist experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke so you never miss out on the amazing offers we're dropping this summer. Okay, not gonna lie, that was pretty good.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide. Where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
Here, we like to think time moves a little more slowly. We soak in clean, fresh, northern Minnesota air. We make time to pause, reflect, and find joy in the great outdoors. We share love and Minnesota kindness and spend time making giant memories with the ones we love. Memories sure to last a lifetime. Escape up north this season. Find your true north at Giants Ridge.
Back here at Bronco Arena as Chuck-a-Puck is being cleaned up by the Bronco cheerleaders. And we had a good winner right on the dot. Not exactly dead center on the blue dot, but somebody had a pretty good throw. And there was a second one that was right up against the circle. So good job as the fans are getting better as the season goes along. 5-1 here between the Blue Jackets and the Broncos, with Hibbing Chisholm leading it on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll name our comeback moment of the game, brought to you by Align Chiropractic and Wellness Center. We'll name our sleeper moment of the game, brought to you by Northland Sales and Service, and we'll also name our Energy Star Player of the Game, brought to you by North Star Electric. And we want to thank all our sponsors on both sides of the ledger tonight in Hibbing as well as International Falls, because frankly, folks, we can't do it without your support. We don't go out and do these games without businesses stepping up. So when you hear those businesses, when you stop in to, well, even if you aren't going to buy something, stop in and tell them how much you appreciate the fact that they come out and do support us as we bring you Bronco sports and Blue Jacket sports on WMFG in Hibbing. Want to remind our listeners in International Falls, and of course, if you're in Hibbing, you can listen to us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We now have an app available, which is just new in the last couple of days. So go type in Lakes Country 104.1, right? Dwayne, he's shaking his head at me. If you want the country music, and if you want the oldie station, and that's why I know this one without having to ask him that it's the Bear 95.3, because that's the one that I listen to all the time. And pretty soon you're going to be able to say that to Alexa. Say, Alexa, play the Bear 95.3, and boom, you're going to be listening to the oldie station. Or you can say, Alexa, play Lakes Country 104.1, and you're going to be listening to Lakes Country 104.1. So we are really proud that we, over the last 6+ months, we've been working on this project. I know you might say you've been working on it for 6 months. It takes that long. Yes, the wheels grind pretty slowly when you start thinking about all the emails and the communications and dotting this I and crossing this T and having this contract signed and all the other stuff. It really is a complicated process, but I know the people in town are happy that they be able to have that option. I know I had one parent tonight tell me up in the brought their phone out, look, I got your app right here. They were excited that they were going to be able to pick up and just easily listen to the Bronco games. It used to be you had to type in rjbroadcasting.com and click listen live. Now you got to do just one thing. Hit the app button and you're listening. It's so simple. It's so nice, and we're glad to be able to have that feature. So hopefully you'll be able to use that on your device. And again, like I said, with Alexa here in the no later than the end of February. We're hoping that it's going to be done in the next couple of days, actually. But again, things grind slowly. As we come out here for the third period, the Falls will be going right to left, as it is 5-1 is on your scoreboard as the cheerleaders get done doing their thing, as they'll head out the far side over there by the Bronco bench. As coming out here for the Falls, we're going to have Koshik, Max Dremel, Matt Worley, Julius Maish, and Cooper Crandall. For the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets, you're going to have Fawcett, Fink, Freider, Babbage, and Rude. So we are ready for third period hockey here between two old IRC rivals. Again, not in the Iron Range Conference anymore, the Blue Jackets. They win the faceoff back. They tip it into the Bronco zone. In behind the Bronco net, Freider and Maish. Puck comes loose. Now tied back up. Poked away. Cooper Crandall has it. Dremel with him. 2-on-2. They come down the ice. Crandall, far wall. Try to sneak back through. Puck comes loose. Worley picks it up as he skates into the zone. Fires it on the dasher. Comes in behind the Blue Jacket net. There with it is Dremel. Max tries to center it. Comes all the way out onto the stick of Freider. And he comes out. He's got Fink with him as they come 2-on-2. Poked away by Worley. Right onto the stick of Crandall. Coming back looking for Max Dremel. He hits it with his chest. Boyer out of his net. Max Dremel fires one back at him. He kicks that away. I think it would have been wide of the mark. I don't know if they'll call that a shot on goal or not, but here comes Hibbing Chisholm. 50 seconds into the third period. Maish had it, knocks it back out to center. With it there, Babbage. Babbage waits on the red line, turns, fires it to the end wall as Hibbing Chisholm changing out their personnel. Maish knocks it back in behind his own net, leaves it there for Koshik. Koshik comes right up front, dangerous. Maish makes a big, huge save as Taylor came up with the turnover and couldn't put it past Maish. There's a shot from the point, rebound laying out there, and Maish stuck with it, hung with it, and he comes up with the stoppage in play. I think Koshik coming over kind of apologizing, saying, whoa, sorry about that. Didn't mean to put you in such peril. but nice save. Good job. Brought to you by Beyond Aesthetics. That save of the third period. Faceoff comes to the left of Maish. Keep versus Taylor. Taylor wins it back. He's done well in the faceoff circle. Here's a shot from the point. That gets on to Maish high, and he comes up with the save off the shot by Christian Edmonds. Gets another stoppage in play. 15:38 remaining in the third period. 5-1. Hibbing Chisholm leading it on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Need a new battery? Score one tomorrow at Napa Auto Parts of International Falls. Face-off. Knocked in behind the Bronco net. Dixon spins, fires. Maish, another save. Hung with that right up along the pipe on the near side as he hangs with it. The International Falls Bronco boys hockey team, let's see, going to be going to Kitson County Central on Saturday for, I believe, a 3 o'clock game, if my memory serves me correctly. Of course, if there's no JV game, they may move that up. Face-off win by Hibbing Chisholm. They knock that to the end wall. Zahn has it there. He turns. Looks to get it up to Shakowski. He tipped that along, but it's going to be an icing call. Brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175, option 5 for a ride in the Borderland area. As we look here, as I'm trying to find that schedule for Hibbing Chisholm, as I have it on my phone, looking to see who they play next. They are at North Shore coming up on a Friday, and then next Tuesday they are at Northern Lakes, and then they wrap up the regular season with a game at Rockridge on Valentine's Day. Face off to the right of Maish. Hibbing Chisholm knocks it to the wall. Knocked in behind the net. Zahn has it there for the Falls. He goes into the far corner looking for Nate Dremel. Flicks it out to center. Picked up there by Babbage. He fires it right back in. Wraps all the way around the boards. Puck comes onto the stick of Kampsala. Hits Maish in the face mask. Rebound. Cleared away by Nate Dremel. Out to the point, kept in by Gietzen. His shot deflected into the corner. Kampsala right to the corner of the net, and a good opportunity for Gabardi, but he couldn't bang it in there as Maish came from pipe to pipe to save that one from going into the back of the net. Broncos get it out to center. Dumped right back in by Gietzen. Puck headed for the far corner. First one there is going to be Gabardi. 14.5 remaining in the third period. Hibbing continuing to apply pressure here early in this third period. In the corner with it is Freider. Comes loose. Nate Dremel has it. Bangs it up off the glass out to center. Babbage, cross ice to Gietzen. Gietzen up along the near wall. Loose puck picked up by Freider. He skates into the Bronco zone. Top of the circle. We get a whistle. Must have been offside. A late. Nope. Take that back. Looks like the net is off of the mooring. As Maish now has his helmet off. 14-13 remaining here in the third period. 5-1 in favor of Hibbing Chisholm. Shots on goal 6-1 in favor of Hibbing Chisholm. And Maish headed to the bench. There is something wrong with his helmet. So we'll have a little pause here. This time out brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home that is professionally cleaned all year round, call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen will take very good care of you. So as they gave him the other goalie's mask, it looks like, right? Get this going. They're going to look to see if they can repair that. He took a shot off the mask earlier. You could hear it hit a different sound, and so that must have done something to that mask. So somebody's running to the locker room to see if they can repair that. Face off to the left of Maish. Poked along by Dremel. Kept in by Edmonds. Backhands one in front of the net. Knocked away off the skate of Fink, and here come the Falls back the other way. Crandall gets to the red line, throws it in, banks off the back of the goal. First one there is going to be Freider. Tried to get it to Edmonds. Picked off by Koshik. Koshik to the end wall. Picked up there by Rude. Rude for Hibbing Chisholm as we're under 14 minutes remaining in the third. Hibbing Chisholm into the zone. Freider tried to go to Rude. Rude took a big swipe at it, missed. Centering pass right out front. There, and there's a deflection off the shot by Edmonds. That goes into the near corner. That initial shot was by Fawcett, and he got that deflected away. Hibbing Chisholm along the wall. Centering pass deflected away by Worley to the far wall. Freider. That first line of Hibbing Chisholm has been dominant in this game with Fawcett, Fink, and Fink. Freider and Fink. Did I say that all right? Maybe I got it there. There's a shot saved by the goaltender Maish. Picked off there by Crandall out to center. Rude flicks it back along the wall. Loose puck picked up by Maish. He gets to the blue line, fires one in onto Boyer with 13 minutes remaining. Koshik keeps it in at the point. His shot hit traffic. Koshik gets it back. Lost control of it. Comes out to center. Zahn Goes to fire it in. Comes all the way around the wall. Hibbing Chisholm in the midst of a change. Here's a shot by Joslin just wide of the far post. Lehman knocks it out to center. Zahn battling along the far wall there with Lehman. Loose puck picked up by Keep. Keep comes in with Allen. Dot waiting. Sharp angle shot selected by Allen. Went just wide of the far post. Goes into the corner. Clearing attempt kept in by Zahn. Cleared out by Fink. Here's a possible 2-on-1. Dixon lost an edge, and Shikowski on the back check takes it away. Skates into the corner with it. Dixon applies some pressure, but Shikowski gets out of it. Now coming in to take it away is Taylor. Taylor, shot from the point by Babbage, right into the chest of Maish. He hangs on to it with 12:10 remaining. Now 19, as I was mentioning earlier in the game, Peyton Taylor, he wasn't on our roster. He got added, but he's got the A on his chest, so I don't know if it's a boo-boo by the Hibbing. It looks like their team, their roster, so I'm not sure if he just got omitted accidentally or maybe he's been injured and back in. I don't know. Get a whistle, and the Falls is going to be able to get their defensive pair changed out as Joslin and Zahn head to the bench. Coming out are Worley and Maish. Face off to the left of Keaton Maish, the goaltender. Julius Maish, the defenseman. Keaton Maish, the goaltender, comes into the corner. With it there is Keith. He's knocked out the puck by Taylor, centering pass. Goal. No. Goal. Oh, I thought that was into the net. The light did not come on. The ref waved it off, and the Broncos get it out to center. Right at point blank range there was Christian Dixon. I thought it was in the back of the net, folks. Dwayne agrees with me. He thought it was in too, but the guys down there that matter, they didn't say it was in. There's a wraparound attempt. Goal by Shikowski as Allen went for the wraparound attempt, and coming up with the rebound is Noah Shikowski as he makes the score 5-2 in favor. .518 in the Broncos with a life here as they trail it by a score of 5-2. So the scoreboard operator wants to talk to. Oh, we got a article of something that's supposed to not be on the ice here that they'll take away. So just looking up onto the scoreboard here, everybody's 5-on-5, making sure the referee, I think they'll get one of those, but they won't get another here. 13, they say unassisted. I'm going to give Allen an assist. He had the wraparound attempt there and should get an assist on that goal. So 11:42 remaining here. Broncos now down 5-2 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Need a new battery? Score one tomorrow at Napa Auto Parts of International Falls. Hibbing fires it right back in. Maish catches it up about eye level, hangs on to it, and we'll get a face-off to his right as Hibbing Chisholm, again, putting the pressure on there. And the Broncos, good effort there. It all started with Royce Allen as he came around on that wraparound attempt. Came off the goaltender Boyer right onto the stick of Shikowski, and he made no mistake, as you saw on the replay on yourliveevent.com. Face off to the right of Keaton Maish. Julius Maish gets it. Tipped out by Nate Dremel. Racing back to pick it up is Gietzen for the Blue Jackets. Throws it along the near wall. Knocked back through neutral to the far wall. Going to be picked up there by Drew Anderson. He whiffed on that pass. Nate Dremel had an opportunity. Christian Edmonds says, no, I've got that. He takes a big hit there from Worley, dislodging the puck. Julius Maish leaves it in the corner for Worley. Worley tries to poke it up along the wall, and right there is going to be Parker Olson, who gets it out to center, fired right back in by the Blue Jackets. 11 minutes left in the third period. Long pass looking for Nate Dremel. Tipped away by Edmonds. No icing, obviously, because Hibbing Chisholm touched it from behind his own net. This is Gietzen, head of steam, as he comes up the near wall into the Broncos zone. At the dot, sharp angle shot. Maish hangs on to it. 10:46 remaining in the third period. 5-2 in favor of Hibbing Chisholm. And now some extra discussions on the far side as I was looking up at the scoreboard. I'm not sure exactly how all the players got discussing things over there. Took a swipe at the goalie as he went by. There you go. I did not see that. And so, yeah, that will get you a discussion, usually. Don't do that to my goaltender. I'll do it if I want to. Can I paraphrase that conversation, something along that line? What are you going to do about it? Oh, all right, face off to the left of Maish. Fink to take it for the Blue Jackets. Koshik to take it for the Falls. Comes to the wall. Hibbing Chisholm gains possession. Freider trying to make some moves in tight quarters, still possesses it, goes to the far wall to Rude, who had pinched in below the dot from his defensive position, into the corner. Poked along there by Kampsula. In the corner now, Fink leaves it for Freider. Koshik pins him up against the wall. Freider escapes, tries to center it, hits the back of the net. Koshik along the far wall. Crandall has it. With him is Dremel. Max. Oop, Crandall overskated it. Somehow on the backhand pass, they still possess it. No, the referee says they were offside as a shot over the top of the net. And, of course, is Hibbing Chisholm going to come back and talk to them about shooting after the whistle? It was pretty close to the whistle. I don't think any could have stopped that. So we'll get a face-off on the far side of the ice. Broncos going right to left in this third period to give you that spatial relationship as the Falls going to change out their personnel. They're going to bring out Shikowski, Allen, and keep that second line. 10-13 remaining in the third period, and Maish has got his helmet fixed, so he's going to come over and get his proper helmet on as he played a few minutes with the backup goalie, Landon Stories. I believe Landon Story, the backup goalie tonight. Tyrell Schoberg still out of action with that concussion that was from practice. That would have swore that puck hit a Hibbing player in the bench, but on we play in the corner. Shikowski tried to dump it in behind the Blue Jacket net. He battles with Edmund. Get it out there. Keep was coming down the side of the net. Just missed getting that opportunity. If you missed the pregame, Braden Skifston, I haven't said his name all night. There's a reason for that. He's got a little bit of a knee injury, so he is out of the lineup as well. Out at center, Joslin dumps it into the far corner, in behind the Blue Jacket net. 9:40 remaining. Flipped out to neutral. Joslin knocks it down, gets everybody out of the zone, and dumps it back into the Blue Jacket zone. Edmonds from behind his own net. Pokes it out to center. Joslin, cross-ice pass for Zahn. Zahn throws it in to the near corner. Picked up by the Blue Jackets. Overskating it was Edmonds. Loose puck. Shikowski trying to go back to keep. Knocked off of his stick. Fink quickly up the near wall. Into the Broncos zone. Forced to the corner. Stops. Lays on the brakes. Centers it. Maish kicks that to the corner as it came on into the crease area. Out to the point. Edmonds throws it towards the net. Zahn has it for the Falls. Knocks it out to center. Picked up there by McHugh. Throws it off the wall. Teams changing. Dixon. That is Kampsula. 3-2. Should have it straightened away by the middle of the third period. Apparently I don't. Joslin. Stretch pass. Hits Cooper Crandall. Leaves it for Dremel just inside the zone. Back to Crandall coming down the center. Sharp angle shot. Crandall saved by Boyer. Got his shoulder up there just high enough as Crandall was trying to go up underneath the crossbar. Shot by Joslin. Goes to the far corner. Caution. Comes out towards the point with it. Backhands it towards the net. Picked up there by the Blue Jackets. Falling there was Taylor. Into the corner it goes. Behind the Blue Jacket net. Here comes Taylor. Weaves through a few Bronco players and continues on. Here comes a 3-on-2 in the zone. Shot by Taylor. Well wide of the mark. Comes to the near half wall. Fawcett to the point. Babbage throws it to the far corner. Dixon. Number 2 this time. It is Dixon this time. Had it poked away by the Falls Julius Mage, but getting it back is Hibbing. Taylor to Fawcett, coming from post to post with a big sliding save is Keaton Mage to keep this a 5-2 hockey game in favor of Hibbing Chisholm. 7:55 remaining in the third period on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll see where we're at. I haven't decided whether we're going to go down and talk to anybody or not. It all depends upon what kind of score this thing ends up. If it ends up a 5-4 hockey game or going to overtime or something like that, everybody's going to want to talk to me. But face off to the left of Maish. Winning it back, that was Jake Olson. He races back towards the end wall and picks it up, throws it around. Hibbing Chisholm knocks it back into the near corner. Gabardi tried to backhand that one away. That was deflected away by Worley. Loose puck now. This is Lehman, centering attempt, knocked away by Julius Maish to the near wall. Reiners skates towards the blue line, try to hit Dremel. Nate just out of his reach. Geetson back in his own zone, looking for Lehman along the near wall. Takes a bump there from Jake Olson. Loose puck. Reiners right into the skates of Olson. He can't find it. And Hibbing Chisholm knocks it back into the Bronco zone. Worley to Julius Maish, looking for Nate Dremel. He flips one into the near corner as they race after it. Babbage gets there first. Out to center, all the way down the ice. This is going to be an icing call on the Blue Jackets, brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175, option 5 for a ride in the Borderland area. 7:07 remaining in period number 3. Hibbing Chisholm led it 2-1 after the first period, 5-1 after 2 if you're just joining us. And it's now 5-2 if you're maybe out of the basketball game. You jumped in the car, you turned on Lakes Country 104.1, and you're like, hey, what's going on at the Bronco hockey game? Now you should know. Face-off win. Mace shot. Tied up. Rebound. Gets just far away. Chikowski was looking for his second rebound goal of the game, and it just kept getting further and further away. Centering attempt for Keep. Knocked away by Edmonds. He flags that into the corner. Up along the near wall, and now here comes Fink. Along the near wall. Bangs it off the glass. Just missing the referee. In behind the Bronco net. Teams battle for it there. Fink tried to center it. Knocked away by the Broncos. Goes into the corner. Zahn. Up along the far wall. Runs into Fink. Poked out to the point. Kept in by Rude. His wrist shot. Changed direction. Fink hunt but right out to Freider. He puts it into the back of the net, and he gives Hibbing Chisholm a 6-2 lead. Freider had 4 assists in this game. I believe he's just picked up his first goal. It is going to be 5 from 24 and 10, the official scoring, as Rude will pick up the first assist, the second assist to Edmonds, as Freider now has a 5-point night on Hibbing Chisholm's 6 goals. So that's quite the night with the 1 goal and the 4 assists. Out the face-off win. Here comes the Broncos. Worley skates in. Sharp aim shot, rebound, laying out there, cleared away. Off the body of Boyer. Here's a shot from the point, right out front. Koshik with that big body of his was right in front of Boyer. Boyer got down in the butterfly, stopped that shot from the point, and hung on to it and stops the clock with 6:18 remaining in the third period. And the Broncos had got it within 3. I knew it was a long road to hoe, but now it's gotten even longer here. Face-off one back by Crandall. Julius Mace banks it into the corner. Backhanded by Babbage to the far half wall. Dixon, clearing attempt. That hits the skate of Koshik. He backhands it in behind the Blue Jacket net as we're ready to go under 6 minutes remaining in the third period. Koshik intercepts that clearing attempt. Goes backside looking for Max Dremel. And that's knocked away by the Blue Jackets. All the way down the ice it goes. Race for the puck. Getting there to take away the icing was Taylor, but he couldn't possess the puck. Really up along the far wall. Poked back into the corner by Babbage. Taylor has it there. Goes back out to Babbage. Almost lost his balance, but keeps it in. Gets past one Bronco defender. Shot high up over the crossbar. Rolling along the dasher, but coming off and keeping it in was McHugh. Here come the Broncos. Koshik after the attempt to put it in the corner. Out to Crandall. His wrist shot blocked away nicely there by Babbage. Blue Jackets back the other way. They lose possession. Allen to Joslin right in front of his own net. Lazy's one to the near wall. Broncos trying to clear it away, and now picking it up. This is Crandall to Koshik. To Allen, who skates into the zone with Koshik. Chikowski just joins in. Allen makes a good move. Side of the post there, and Boyer hangs with it. He's done a good job there, giving up just the 2 goals here. Shots on goal in this game, 41-20 in favor of the Blue Jackets. They lead at 6-2 on your Napa Auto Parts NPCA scoreboard. Face off to the left of Boyer. Asher Keep will take it against Jake Gabardi. Just over 5 minutes remaining here in the third period. Keep wins it back. Zahn, his wrist shot. Got to the net, rebound. Almost Chikowski, almost got another one. Just could not get that. We're going to see the replay here. Dwayne and I are both kind of like, how did that not go in? Great opportunity for number 13. Face off to the right of goaltender. Boyer comes to the corner. Hibbing Chisholm now possesses it with Edmonds. Edmonds looking up for Fawcett. A little bit behind him. He got a stick on it to slow it down. Right onto the stick of Joslin. Loose puck picked up by Allen as he comes into the Blue Jacket zone. Flicks it to the end wall. Edmonds there for Hibbing Chisholm. Fires it around. Drew Anderson. Cross ice pass. Fawcett comes into the zone. Centering pass looking for Gabardi. That goes all the way to the far corner. Anderson. His centering attempt. That hits traffic. Cleared to the near half wall. Fawcett tries to come out towards the point. Allen knocked that one away, and now knocked to the far wall by Gietzen. On the end wall. Zahn and Anderson. Puck comes loose. Keep picks it up. Skates into the near corner. Looking for some space. couldn't get it released. Taken away by Fawcett. On his backhand, knocked away by Zahn. Comes out to the point. Quick wrister by Edmonds. That misses the mark. Here comes Gietzen. Deflected in front. Maish hung with it. I think Anderson got a piece of that, and close enough that the change of direction by Anderson wasn't enough that Maish couldn't make the save with 3:56 left in the third period. 6-2 in favor of Hibbing Chisholm. Broncos are going to come out with Maish Worley, Max Dremel, Cooper Crandall, and Colin Koshik for Hibbing. Keegan Fink along with A.J. Lehman, Bo Freider, Tristan Babbage, and Nathan Rude. Face off controlled by Hibbing Chisholm. This is Lehman in the corner. Trying to get past Worley. Stops there along the end wall. Knocked away. Comes loose. Babbage gets it to Freider along the wall. Back out to the point. Babbage, wrist shot. Kicked away by the goaltender, Maish. Loose puck. Fink. Freider. Poked away by Koshik. Comes into the corner to Fink. Back out to Babbage. Babbage parallel to the blue line. Now comes back to the near side. Cross ice for Rude. Rude looking. Flicks it into the corner. Comes in behind the net where Lehman has it. Lehman. Two Bronco players there to take it away. It's Koshik. He whiffed on the clearing attempt. Fink got it for the Hibbing Chisholm. Keeping it in was Babbage. Freider picks it up. Goes back to Fink. A little bit behind him. And now here comes Koshik out of the zone. Far wall. Just over 3 left in the third period. Koshik behind the back pass looking for Cooper Crandall. He's knocked out the puck there smartly by Freider. Clearing attempt by the Blue Jackets out to neutral. Koshik back in his own zone. Tipped along by Crandall. Dremel. Max will race after it. Getting there first though was Babbage. He hits Dremel with his clearing attempt. Dremel puts it back in behind the Broncos zone. A lot of passes to nowhere tonight for the Broncos, it seems like to me. They're pushing it along, getting it past, but there's nobody there where they're pushing it to. Not that that's a bad play all the time, but sometimes you're looking maybe back for something else. Blue Jackets get into the Broncos zone. Parker Olsen off the bench, picks up the loose puck. Coming in with Koshik. His pass just out of his reach. Blue Jackets back out to neutral. Picking up there is Kampsala. Coming along into the zone. Going to take a shot. Kick save by Maish. Goes to the far wall. 2:15 remaining. In the corner. Kampsala centering pass looking for Fink. That's just out of his reach. Parker Olsen trying to avoid the check there of Rotzi. Out to center. Right back in. Right back out by the Broncos. Joslin along the far wall. Under 2 minutes remaining now in this hockey game. 155th meeting between the Blue Jackets and the Broncos. Nearly completed. Zahn in behind his own zone. Near wall for Joslin. Joslin looking for Shakowski, but that's going to be out of his reach. It's going to be an icing call here, brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175, option 5 for a ride in the borderland area. We'll get a face off to the left of Maish. Taking for the Falls, looks like it's going to be Asher Keep. For the Blue Jackets, it is going to be Aiden Jerkovic. One back by the Blue Jackets, fired into the corner by Kampsala. Into the far corner. Getting there first is going to be Jerkovic. Dixon looks back to get it back to Jerkovic. Intercepted by Joslin out to neutral. Hibbing's going to flip it right back in. Zahn will get there first. He circles in behind his own net to the far side. Leaves it in behind for Joslin. Joslin fires it back to the corner for Zahn. Goes over his stick. Jerkovic, we're going to take a big swipe at that one. Missed. There's a puck that comes bouncing, picked up by Kampsala, rebound, hit the side of the net, Dixon, and he gets another opportunity, and he'll put it into the back of the net, as it is now 7-2 in favor of the Blue Jackets. So going to be a 10-minute misconduct coming up here on the Bronco captain, number 15. So we are going to get that goal here. It will. It is going to be a checking from behind and the 10-minute to boot. So the Joslin will take that penalty. It'll be at 15:52 as I do the math here. The goal also going to be at 15:52 as Hibbing Chisholm makes it 7-2 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. We'll get this assist and everything straightened away as. Well, I'm going to say it this way. I think the Blue Jackets had 3 players within about 8 feet of the net there and only 1 Bronco player besides the goaltender. So tough situation there for the Falls there to try to stop that one. Maish really had no chance to come up with that save. the referees coming over to make sure they've got the scoring correct, as Mark is going to try to help me out as well, get me this final scoring play that we have here with just over a minute remaining. And there's going to be 2 unassisted, they are going to say. So getting the goal there is going to be Christian Dixon. Wow, that's, yeah, there it is. Yeah, spelled 2 different ways. Here comes Max Dremel into the zone. Big slap shot. That goes high. Comes off the glass and out to center. Picked up there. Here comes Fawcett into the zone. Fawcett going to leave that for Taylor. Shot, glove save by the goaltender, Maish. So no assists on that last goal for Hibbing, as number 2, Christian Dixon, picks that up. Here comes my number 1 fan with his hockey stick in hand and a sucker in his mouth. How you doing, my brother? Face-off win by the Blue Jackets. Babbage, near point, skates to the top of the circle. Skates in, shoots, saved by Maish, comes into the corner. Babbage picks it up there, 30 remaining in the hockey game. Babbage all the way back out to the point. Fink off the half wall. Goes far side, looking for Freider, just out of his reach. Freider now. Out to Babbage. He skates in, shot, rebound. Fink's going to put that into the back of the net. And makes it 8-2 in favor of Hibbing Chisholm. This goal going to be scored at 16:43, as Fink is going to pick. Puck there. They are on the power play, excuse me, as they were able to do that. I forgot that the 10-minute misconduct was also, before that was the checking from behind. So that power play goal by Fink makes it 8-2. As we'll pick up the scoring. Here's the faceoff win by the Broncos. Maish has it, flips it out to center with 10 remaining. Bouncing puck back to Rude. Rude to Gietzen. Gietzen looking, flips it up off the glass, out to neutral, and this hockey game has come to an end. Your final score, Hibbing Chisholm 8, International Falls 2. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the post-game show. You're listening to Bronco and Blue Jacket Hockey on Lakes Country 104.1 in International Falls, 106.3 WMFG in Hibbing, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sports guidance. Rainy Lake Medical Center's Advanced Concussion Management Program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year from Rainy Lake Medical Center.
Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom, Consumer Loan Officer at Border Bank. Finding the right vehicle can be challenging these days, but finding a competitive loan rate is a breeze at Border Bank. If you are in the market to purchase a new or used vehicle, take the stress out of the car buying process. Stop in and visit with me to explore what amount and interest rate you would be qualified for. We're Border Bank, your consumer loan headquarters for new wheels. Member FDIC.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Good luck to the Bronco hockey teams this season from Rainy Lake Oil. For all your fuel, propane, lube, and chemical needs, call Rainy Lake Oil at 1-888-LAKE-OIL. Larry and his staff will take care of it all.
Go Broncos!
Lukacek Architecture is a proud sponsor of Bronco hockey. Growing up as part of the iconic Dirty Dozen band, Bronco hockey brings back great memories. For quality commercial and residential architecture right here in northern Minnesota, contact Lukacek Architecture.
Welcome back here to Bronco Arena. It's time for our post-game show. Your final score, 8-2 in favor of Hibbing Chisholm over the International Falls Broncos. Again, happy to have you along on WMFG in Hibbing and Lakes Country 104.1 here in International Falls. Hibbing Chisholm showed themselves very well here in this game. The shots on goal in that period just being announced here, and we'll get that all straightened away as well. As the final score, 8-2, Hibbing Chisholm led it 2-1 after the first, 5-1 after 2, and 8-2 is your final. Let's run down the goal scorers for you Hibbing Chisholm scored at 3:56 of the first. It was Peyton Taylor on the power play. The Falls, just 26 seconds later, they come up with the goal by Royce Allen. And then at 10:30, Bladen McHugh got the goal for Hibbing. They led 2-1 after 2. 3 goals in the second period for Hibbing. 2 of them scored by Keegan Fink. The first one at 57 seconds on the power play, and then again at 14:18. In between that, picking up the goal was number 4, Tristan Babbage, 5-1 after 2. International Falls got within 5-2. Rebound goal for number 13, Noah Shakowski, to make it 5-2. But Hibbing Chisholm adds on 3 goals as Freider picks up his first goal of the night after 4 assists. Then it was number 2, Christian Dixon, and wrapping it up with the hat trick goal was Keegan Fink. As here comes my board. And no, it was 26, definitely. And 5 and 4 get the assist. All right. And then our first goal was 16. It was. 13. Exactly. Yep, 16 from 13. So, yeah, we agree. Absolutely. Thanks, Mark, as we got that. If I can take a picture of that quickly while I'm talking, I'll see what I can do here. Not that Coach isn't going to send me one, but I'll take it as long as I've got it. There it is. I got it. Perfect. No good. I'm all good. There we go. Right. Penalties in the game. 3 in the first period, 2 on the Broncos, 1 on Hibbing. Hibbing took the only penalty of the second period and only 1 penalty in the third period. That was the cross-checking penalty on Jocelyn right there at the end of the game, along with the 10-minute misconduct. If you would have told me before this game was played that Hibbing Chisholm and the Falls were going to take just 5 minor penalties in this game, I'd have been shocked. I just wouldn't have believed it with all the history between these two teams. And again, the shots on goal, 47-21 are the totals for the game. Saves for Mace is going to be a total of 39. And for Boyer, he is going to have a game total of 19, as 21 shots on goal. If you do the math on that, that's how that all works out there in this hockey game. It's time to name our North Star Electric Energy Star Player of the Game. The power of human connections can be seen on and off the field, and the same is true with North Star Electric. Congratulations to Noah Shakowski for International Falls, this game's Energy Star Player of the Game, as he had a goal and an assist. Had some other opportunities. Could have had himself maybe a hat trick if he'd had some puck luck in front of that net. Sleeper moment of the game brought to you by Northland Sales and Service. Northland Sales and Service can help you get a good night's rest. With brands like Serta, you will wake up feeling refreshed and ready to tackle another day. Northland Sales and Service also has pillows, sheets, and mattress protectors. Stop in today and let Tony and Maya help you start getting your best sleep. Northland Sales and Service, 500 3rd Street in downtown International Falls. Well, that sleeper moment of the game, that one's kind of tough for me on this game, as I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to go with that. And I really can't come up with one right off the top of my head as I sit here and think about it. But it was a game where there was really no sleeping by Hibbing Chisholm, as they were just continually in the Broncos zone, and they were just applying the pressure. The Broncos, I think, towards the end of the game, I mentioned a lot of passes going to nowhere, just kind of frustrated because it seemed like Hibbing Chisholm was all over them. I do have a comeback moment of the game for you. It's brought to you by Align Chiropractic and Wellness Center at 1322 3rd Street. When you need to make a comeback due to back, neck, or leg pain, call Align Chiropractic and Wellness Center at 218-283-2243 and let Alyssa Clarity get you on the road to recovery. The comeback is for Keaton Mason, the mask. And I don't know which manager had to run all the way into the locker room and fix his face mask, but he got the job done, or she got the job done. I don't know who it was, but the comeback moment of the game is getting that mask back into play, and that is brought to you by Align Chiropractic and Wellness Center. Our next broadcast is going to be on Thursday from Coleraine, as the Bronco girls basketball team will be taking on the Greenway Raiders. Sheldon Willis on the call for us on Thursday night, and then Friday night right back here at Bronco Arena as the Bronco girls hockey team wraps up their regular season with a game against Northern Lakes. For everybody back at WMFG, thanks for pushing the buttons there. To Kevin Schultz, our camera guy, to Dwayne Etienne doing all the video work for YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Tim Ringhoffer, wishing you a very good night from Bronco Arena. Your final score, Hibbing Chisholm 8, International Falls 2. You've been listening to Boys Hockey on WMFG 106.3 in Hibbing, on Lakes Country 104.8 in International Falls, and you've been watching it on YourLiveEvent.com.